7:13 at the time for me studio clock. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Epic Morning Show, right here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We say live on we website on www.myepiconline.com, live on Radio Garden, live on Choice FM for the one reading at the eastern part of the country, and safe live on Facebook. Ready to bring the program to you this morning. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. Remember, say every Wednesday inside the Epic Morning Show, we can bring impact makers, people that we don't create lasting impact, and some still create impact. We can bring them for calm talk to each, share their story with we, and see how themselves can able to inspire a lot of people out there. Today we're going to have another wonderful epic impact makers, but for now I keep anonymous. Shortly you will know that now we impact makers for today. And remember, say you can be part of the conversation. Drop your comments on we Facebook. We will read them there, or send a normal message to 0799949993. This is the Epic Morning Show. And remember, see in the second segment of the show, we get Marion Precious George. We can bring come to you some of the major review stories, and also open the phone line and get the views of the general public. We also can get sport and entertainment segment for all brighten you day in the Epic Morning Show. So that's all we have for today. Stay tuned. We'll go for a very short break, and once we break, we come and take the message of motivation for today in our lives. Stay tuned. Basically, I want to talk about respect. I mean, a lot of the time we can get this particular thought. Yeah, so moreover, the younger generations now. A lot of people, first time you see, we picking they grow up initially before. I mean, I need to talk about this Gen Z generation now. There was this kind of massive respect. You disrespect person, you see, I like the person not to born you, will discipline you, where you can house back. If you not take your parents take a hard pan the discipline, where you can lay complaints. So what they do, they keep quiet. But now it seems to be missing. Outside the problem there, we're not able to know. And also this morning, please, one of the things I remember, say respect the open doors for a lot of people out there. Sometimes certain people just can want to give them that level of respect there, and then they can move on. So this morning it just dropped in my mind for encourage people out there and see how. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, particularly when you respect somebody when not they respect you. Somebody can say, well, respect must be respected and all. I know, but just play your own part and ensure say you not be the cause for somebody out there in your own problem. This is the message that we have this morning. Stay respectful, be law abiding, and stay out of trouble. This is the Epic Morning Show.
If na bad you dey do, na bad go follow you. Bet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the Game On promo. Get a chance to win an iPhone 16, cash prizes up to 11,500 leones, and a weekly free bet of up to 20%. More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code ONLEON and boost your game to the max. 1xBet. Game On. Together in the game.
Epic Radio.
For win big money every single day. Epic Radio make am happen with bomba cash out. For just 10 years no more, you can enter the draw and win big money right inside your phone. No stress, no waste time. And now so you go take joy. Dial *799*2# and choose how much tickets you want. From 1 to 10. Enter your orange money or happy money pin. And boom, now you that. You don't enter the draw. The more tickets you buy, the higher chance you get for win. And the best part of that, if they pick your number, the money that goes straight inside your orange money or happy money wallet. You don't even need for Canada station. So, what's you they wait for? Dial *799*2# now and continue for listening to Epic Radio. If you're not one of the lucky journey winners then. For more information, call the support center on this number yaso 032-300-033. Number cash out, money the flow, and by Masslink Limited. This not a purpose to whether under 18, so learn responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show right here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And we'll make it. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sawyer. Now, quickly before we take the morning message of motivation, I just want for give the message for appetize your morning. Particularly, I know beaucoup people are awake in the morning. They can look for that tea where they make them. I mean, where they brighten in day, where they give them all the energy where they need for start up their day. So this morning, quickly, let's take this message from our tea, and then we will continue the program. So you look for that natural tea where they refresh your body. You look for something very healthy and also gentle on digestion. You look for that tea where they keep you for make you feel fine all day. Then tea na the answer to your problem. tea, remember, I said they make come from natural grown tea leaves, very healthy, refreshing, and also easy on digestion. Remember, I say every box gets over 100 tea bag with day, which means you always get more fully enjoy and safe for make you share with your loved one. tea, natural freshness in every sip. tea brought to you by Kyle. Now, some man they drink tea and coffee they drink. And also, you look for that coffee where they wake you up instantly. You look for that smooth and aromatic taste coffee where you go enjoy at any time. You look for that coffee where will give you energy all day at your office or anytime where you find yourself. Then our cafe, now that coffee they will go make you enjoy all them facilities then they. Remember, say our cafe 100% pure, is smooth and it's aromatic. It'll keep you energetic and it'll keep you active all day. Just add hot water and enjoy a bowl cup where you go fit perfectly into your busy lifestyle. Our cafe, stay energetic, stay active all day. Instead they be brought to you by Kyle. And finally, logo now for the comrade where they look at whose food and for give them picking for it. As a parent, whose food did they give picking for it for make it grow strong and grow smart? Benny Mix they are so for ensure say you, for help you picking for grow strong and grow smart. Benny Mix they make them from local grains and also a pack with 14 essential vitamins. Very good for the brain and the body. No cooking, no stress. You can enjoy them as anytime. The only thing you need for do now for make sure say BFC there on the pack. Benny Mix, grow strong and grow smart. Now it's time for a breaking news highlight, and let's join Mohammed Toby Cargo for it. Toby for the breaking news highlights.
Good morning, Reginald. Good morning to our listeners. Now they you land. This now the breaking news segment, and we'll start off with some interesting ones. So, a very big news. Sierra Leone for host the ECOWAS Judicial Council Conference for the first time in the history of the country. There is a significant development with regard ECOWAS. So Freetown on the 14th of April 2026, the judicial of the Sierra Leone will for the first time host the prestigious meeting of the ECOWAS Judicial Council from the 20th to the 24th of April 2026 at the Atlantic Hotel, Lumley Beach, Freetown. Reginald, some developing stories, and this is a massive one.
I think it's a very big one. I had a look at what it particularly mean for we as a country. Remember, for the very first time we host such a high meeting. It means it is going to help for boost to economy and all boost. I mean, give the country a massive facelift. Other people can come and see the kind of things that we will do. So it's a very good one to be.
Next up, so the Ministry of Information and Civic Education in a mandatory press release that mandatory registration for foreign nationals nationwide enforcement begins. So the ministry, they say the mandatory that the Sierra Leone national them, like for example foreigners them within the country, then forget a mandatory registration. And of course, there is some press release and enforcement to that, and people have to comply. So, a non-national identity card, residence permit, and working permit. So, Reginald, this is a very big one from the ministry.
Of course, I think it's a very good one to be, because let's say you cannot be residing in a country where you're not a citizen of that country there and not get any lawful document for make it tap in that country. So bringing this one, it's good. I see they don't put out the biometric ID card the same way they ask every foreign non-foreign nationals and for go secure and all. It's a very good one, and I think say government for really ensure say they enforce this and make it be mandatory like then they say in the press release.
So next up, after 50 days in remand, Zainab Sharif don't be sentenced to 4 years and 2 months. After a case that's drawn public attention, it don't spark a lot of debates. Many people don't talk about the final judgment as they find out that an incitement was made by Zainab Sharif during one rally conducted by the All People's Congress, now the Bremer Community Stadium. In an interview, Zainab Sharif say for anybody we go steal election for become president or any other position, that person in no need for scot out free. In need for be killed and the entire family. So after a review of in statement, she has been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison. So next up, finally, now we end with Amadou Lamranaba LJ, as we know in safe the Nadebo Correctional Center. So Sierra Leone rapper Alhaji Amadou Bar alias LJ and in co-accused Ibrahim Koroma, also known as Prezo Koroma, don't be denied bail again by Magistrate Samuel James Brimer of the Bow Magistrate Court number 2.
Yeah.
So the peers they don't plead not guilty after they be faced with 6 charges, which include conspiracy, cyberbullying, insulting conduct, and rhetorious behavior following a complaint by the Kenema City Mayor. So this case don't be adjourned and then will appear again on the 21st of April 2026.
Yesterday indeed was a day for the entertainers. We see Zainab Sharif, like you say, yesterday 21 after 9 appearance, over 50, I think 54 days, yes, was the time we take in remand. Finally 21 paid judgment yesterday being read in court and then sentence, and also for LJ we see also then send them back on the remand, and next adjournment date is on the 21st, like you rightly say. 3 days to ensure in concert, which is on the 24th. But that matter is still in court, and let's see how far it will go, Mohamed Toby.
For this morning, all this will bring to you into our breaking news segment.
Thank you so much, Mohamed Toby Kagbo, for the latest in the breaking news highlight this morning. It's a pleasure. Let's go for a very short break. Immediately after the break, I will can just to know more a little bit about who that now impact maker today. Stay tuned.
Respect you, big one, you will go play another this one.
Right, hello and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. And like I tell you, every Wednesday night, the Epic Morning Show, we can get epic impact makers, people who don't make impact NASA alone, and we still continue for make impact. Today we get another wonderful impact makers and all, but what I want for do now, I want for make you relax and listen to we impact maker for today. Let's take this very short profile about we impact maker, and then when we come, we introduce them and start the conversation.
Impact maker features a leader whose influence cuts across law, governance, and sport. Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, a distinguished lawyer, human rights activist, and academic. He serves as head of the law department at Farabe College, where he continues to shape the next generation of legal minds. As a constitutional lawyer, expert, and practicing lawyer, he has defended journalists, activists, and victims of injustice across Sierra Leone. He is the founder of the Society for Democratic Initiatives and has played a key role in advancing landmark legislation such as the Right to Access Information Act and the Sexual Offences Act, reinforcing accountability and human rights in the country. His leadership extends beyond law into national development and sports. He has served as chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League Board, executive director of the National Sport Authority, and now leads as CEO of Luhawa FC. With advanced academic credentials, including an LLM and PhD in law, and global recognition through fellowships at Stanford University and the London School of Economics, his work continues to gain international relevance. He also serves within the African Union, ECOSOC, in political affairs. Beyond public service, he is an entrepreneur managing a large-scale poultry farm, contributing to local food production. Today, he joins us on Impact Maker to share his journey, his influence, and his vision for Sierra Leone. Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai on Impact Maker.
All right, well, that's a very rich profile of we wonderful guest this morning, Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, like you are the current executive director for the National Sport Authority, a lawyer, and also and most of other things, I'm as well, philanthropist, and a lot more. Dr. Abdulai, it's a pleasure for getting at the program this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers and listeners. Good morning.
From the brief profiling we'll do, any information they will miss?
Well, that ain't enough. It's not always you try to show everything that you've done, but you know, if you spend some time in the public sector, you keep moving from one place to another. I think that is enough, I think.
All right. Like you say, let's start the conversation now. First up, start with everybody. Udatna Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai. We know we don't play the profile, but maybe the other version of him will not deal by the profile where we read out.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dr. Saffa Abdulai, I don't even like for be called a doctor because for me it's just ESA or Saffa Abdulai, which is okay. I go school now, Freetown now. I came Freetown in 1985 when my daddy died from Kailong. I've been there 4th Street by Solar Street State House there. Now there I grew up, now there I go school, now there basically Sabia's home. And then I go Farabe College. But before that, I go Methodist City Mission, Rattle Street Infant School. And I go Government Model, St. Theodore Secondary School. I go Farabe College. I come to Farabe College. I go straight to the University of Oxford, where I go do a course in comparative media law and policy advocacy. I think that they shaped my life in terms of doing freedom of information, criminal and seditious libel law advocacy. And I think when I mentioned that, then I come, I go do law again at Farabe College, and then I go school now, Hungary, Central European University. I come to Central European University. I now come to Society for Democratic Initiatives. We've been to work on democracy and human rights. This basically I've been for advocate for democracy at the point when we just come up at civil war. We're fighting to have a strong democracy, to create a space like this where I want to get freedom of speech and do your job as journalists. First time, if you sit on here, you criticize government, the next day you dip at the road. You know, so radio stations were not too many, and we had to fight for this. So we people keep taken for granted. Sometimes, you sit down and say no. Together with the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, we go to Supreme Court, we challenge the criminal and seditious libel law. Then we advocate for 15 or 20 years. Government can pull on. I draft the Freedom of Information Bill. We don't turn freedom of information, right to access information. From there, I go. I think I go London School of Economics also. Come on, London School of Economics. I come back, then I go Stanford University. Come there, I come. Then I do my PhD finally at the University of London. Of course, I've been a lawyer for about 18 years now, and I also begin teaching at the University of Fairby College. We say I don't teach for 15 years, and I just resigned as head of the department of the Fairby College. So for me, it's just about trying to capacitate myself, but at the same time, doing what will help society. So if I point out all of the things that I don't do, you see that it's just about doing things.
That's indeed great, and also basically you get different shades of lives. I mean, the life in the law, civil society, sport, and also philanthropy. So let's start off from the civil society standpoint of view here, and all. Like you say, you open a civil society group for advocate for journalists' right to access information in a lot discussed about that library. Was it an interesting one for you?
It was very exciting. At the point when the elders in the community is not being like, there was a tradition where they say, "Na bobodem, waiting the bobody tell big man," and those in government were elders. We were just young guys. In fact, before I get Society for Democratic Initiatives, I formed what we call Youth Action Network. This was like in 2000, 2001. Okay. Youth Action Network. Youth Action Network began for advocate for youth them, for opportunities for youth them. This was post-war era. And it was basically giving voice to young people, organizing them. But then I meet Oswald Hansels. Then we moved Youth Action Network into Youth Arise.
Okay.
Youth Arise now a group we've been actually, let's say where the war don't come. A lot of people been run away from the rebels, and these rebels were just small boys, young guys. Now gone number they been get. So Oswald bring this idea of training young people both physically and mentally. At that point, I've been getting some martial arts, karate skills.
Wow.
So yeah,
so you learn it.
Yeah. I mean, we were grow in soldiers, street for street. We join almost all of them karate school. Then
whose belt you get?
No, let people are not afraid. They're not afraid. So sometimes when you're in a street and you dress, you wear a coat, and you see somebody, they jump, they make noise. You look at them and say like, you don't even know, because if you know, you go just run away. But anyways, since Vic, where they lead karate association now, was like the best karate person, Sangoja, then we get another group called Chuksu, we're going there and, we're training all sort of things. We train Taekwondo. So with Oswald in idea, with me, Mohamed Suleiman Masako, this Ishmael Kamara, they're within the tourism now. This, we, Dr. Bangura with the APC, we formed Youthorized. We begin
Dr. Ibrahim Bangura?
Ibrahim Bangura.
Okay.
Youthorized. And this, we were talking about 2002, 2003. And we begin for train young people, and we say, look, you cannot be running away from the rebels all the time. Then come will run away, but at the same time, we begin for train the mental discipline. How to train yourself not to be reactive. That's why sometimes you see people say things, I just look at them. You train yoga, we train Scientology. From there, I thought the space was too narrow. Youth was too narrow. There were broader governance issues. So I moved away and founded Society for Democratic Initiatives. Okay. This time I've been already going to Fairby College now. Now from there I found them, and it become one of the biggest civil society organizations in this country. So we are not just working on freedom of expression. We've been working on constitutional reform, provide legal aid for communities.
That was in the 2001, you say?
No, 2003 now. 2003 now, for
okay.
Society for Democratic Initiative.
Okay.
In fact, it was March 1, the 1st of March. So Society for Democratic Initiative grew into a bigger civil society. We had offices in Bo, Port Loko, we had Cambia, we had offices in Kenema. we were doing really what was necessary at a point for let people understand that democracy is here to stay. It's a human rights issue. I mean, human rights is important. We provide, because I was already a law student at that time, that we recruited a lot of lawyers and we pushed them to do pro bono legal work. You know, when they arrest people, we go there, provide legal services. At that point, I've been, Melon Nichols Wilson, no more been there, they do that, and they call on Lockla, Lawyer Center for Legal Assistance, I think, now being heard. Then we can join them. So we were all over the place with the whole government to account, asking critical questions. So it became very clear and very apparent now that we were pushing forward with trying to develop Sierra Leone.
Is that is this Society for Democratic Action also still in? It's
still there, you know. The thing
is, the owner now?
We get Aminata Job. We did it as executive director. I had left because after 2018 elections, I thought I've done my bit in civil society. I was going to move on. I needed public service experience because I always have had political ambition. So I moved on into public service. But the truth of the matter is we created jobs, we governance, accountability. In fact, on freedom of information, I always become a global expert on it, going around the world, ensuring that things are done properly in other countries, because we've been there about to pass with law, and with advocacy don't come far. We're sharing opinions and experiences with other people across the world. So that's really grounded me. Now, one of the things I will talk to young people about is anything we do them properly. And don't be afraid to volunteer. People can always say, oh, I'm not getting money, oh, they're not going to give me transport. When we started our organizations, we had nothing. Society for Democratic Initiative was in my bag. But I was writing press releases, I was speaking out on issues. And we were going across people. Sometimes then the way you appear, we then look at you and like, who is this? Like, you are in the 20s, you're young. Everyone in governance were in their 60s or 50s. Holding them to account was almost like an affair. You know, speaking truth to power was like, where this guy is coming from. But we stuck to it. We did the job. And we became respected, whereby president and others will call you by your name because they know what you're doing is right in their heart. And then the best part was the global world was looking for activists. We traveled. So when I told you this morning, I say I go to all of these best schools in the world. I never paid for them. Wow. It was all scholarships.
So all not through this Society for Democratic
Yes, everything was through activism.
Wow.
I was brand activist. I was all over the world. I was doing what is right. Nobody could compromise me. And this is something that young journalists have to realize. Being compromised, give you small penny, you eat them, you join. Everyone sitting out there is looking at you. So, but your level of expertise and your level of professionalism helps you. Every time I applied for scholarship, I got. Yes, anytime I got. So all of the overseas travels, even Budapest, London, LSE, Stanford, I got scholarship to the point where they bought my ticket to travel, right? So it was an extremely important thing for me because it opened my eyes to the world. It opened my eyes to all the people doing what they were doing.
And you feel fulfilled when you left in 2018?
Yeah, absolutely. I have spent like 20 years or so, you know, or 17 years or so. And I thought, no, it's enough. And I was no longer getting job satisfaction. I don't do everything. Everybody knew I was there, out there. But then I wake up in the morning, it was the same. And I thought, no, it's time to look for all the challenges.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll go for a short break. After the break, we can talk about the law, the lawyer aspect of Emmanuel, and then we continue the conversation. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned to Epic Radio. Today's Impact Makers. We can just know after the break.
This Ramadan, love the travel and the blessing where you get in return. Boku, where family they oversee, they send support. Where you give zakat with clean acts. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau to make us simple,
Epic Radio,
fast, and get Boku reward. This Ramadan, we dey share blessing with you. Anytime you receive money through we, enjoy 1% cashback for all transaction. Now any PC and Sons outlet na the country. With PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, no stress, no long story, just trusted service with transaction and meaningful rewards. This Ramadan, send love and receive blessing from PC and Sons Foreign Exchange Bureau, the money transfer service where you defend all signers alone. Visit any PC and Sons outlet all about the country today.
You sabi enemy?
I dey tell you, na Solomon in first food love dando.
Baba, Benimix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here dem dey make am. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make pikin grow strong, smart and healthy. If fine for big person, it dey make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you dey able to eat on a morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Benimix get different type like pikin mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benimix then a packet and they write PLC panel. Benimix they all sign as a for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Piton, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Karel, you get the best of the two worlds. For tea lovers then, Karel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. The tea leaf they come out from high mountain area there. This premium black tea strong, natural and full of character. It go give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and safe for share. Karel Aroti. Feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Aro Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee. Aro Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. One cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any size. Two great choices and one trusted name. Karel with a bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
Alright, hello and welcome back. You still listening to Epic Impact Makers. For today we impact maker na Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai. We na the current ED for the National Sport Authority, a lawyer, a philanthropist, and a football administrator. And all we get some now the studios now. Let I come back to Dr. Saffa Abdulai. Now look, come to the other aspect. We've discussed about the civil society point of view and all. You don't tell you how we've been look like for you. Let's come now to law. When in call it to the bar and how I've been tired.
I was called to the bar in 2008, I think. Yes.
Okay.
2009 actually.
2009. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been about 17 plus years.
Wow.
It's a long time.
How does 17 years here look like?
Like nothing. You know, so when I started Society for Democratic Initiatives, most of the work that we've been to do have been legal work. But okay, let's go back. When I finished sixth form in St. John's Secondary School, I applied for go read law. They did not take me. Apparently, for any reason, so I've been get 4 A levels. I get 6 O levels.
So you got all the requirements, but
they not take me. So I go read English language and sociology first. But why I've been the read law module. So eventually, when I finish, I go Oxford. I switch over to law, and it was quite challenging because those days, around 12, 15, 17 in a class. It's not like now when you have 200, 300 students in the class. So teachers know you by name. You have to be fixed up. You have to be asked questions, and everything. So it was quite exciting to be on FBC campus. So it's been a long time.
17 years and counting. You don't get a lot of cases there where you know represent people both locally and internationally. Look at some of the also one you enjoy. So
which case I enjoyed? The thing is, I used to enjoy going against the system. if you listen to this TRC report, it's a government suppressed right, arrested people and detained them. The judiciary helped in doing it, jailing people. So if you become a you have a dissenting view, so you challenge or you disagree with government, you become a target. So I loved those cases because for me, it was part of liberalizing the public space. It was part of having people have their own opinion without feeling threatened. You know, so I think there were a couple of cases that I liked. I liked the David Tambayo case. I did the David Tambayo case when President Ernest Bai Koroma put her in a prison for a monologue program.
That you be against Tambayo?
Yeah, yes, I was his lawyer.
Wow.
And in fact, he was in prison for a long time, not a long time, but about
as his lead defense counsel.
I was lead, then Melbourne joined later on.
Okay.
And so I also been like the case of, let's take Jonathan Lee and Bai Sise against President Koroma.
Wow.
There's another case where I think I've been also like then shut down the newspaper, The Observer, IMC shut them down and said they write something about the president, put Horn 98, etc. So I love that. And I think there was a Mohamed Kamaimba Manzari case in Shebwema.
Okay.
Yes, when then Holland say he get shotgun, he been get this toy gun, what called shotgun.
Okay.
It's in a weapon. The Holland put on a prisons na Kenema for months. I was his lead lawyer and basically led his defense team. Recently, I also think I like the Supreme Court case where I do for Electoral Commission. So it was for the proportional representation.
Wow.
So I think
so, Dr. Kamaimba, what about the next case we've been get as well? This sexual assault also case. Will you be a part of him as well?
And I was his lawyer. I've been Kamaimba's lawyer for a long time. I just left recently because I don't feel our relationship was going right. But yes, I've been his lawyer for a very, very, very long time.
And in that case as well, you're not one of the lawyer then. I would have one day been look like
I was his lead lawyer actually. I've always been his lead lawyer. Other people would join me here and there, but he's doing it. The case was my life is always about, I don't like seeing somebody being bullied, right? I may be wrong in my opinion, I may be wrong about things, but sometimes when you look at Sierra Leone, one of the big problems we'll get is, they go look at you, Reginald, and they say, well, you don't like him, they put story in your head, right? And I felt because Kamaimba was speaking up, he had too many enemies in government. So, now, unless by Koroma force arrest him. Because they say one split the northern vote against the APC. Charge him for the toy gun. Then of course he got the sexual offense case. It was a tense case, really long, back-breaking pain where you have to study hard, you get for review the cases. You had a very strong prosecution who were willing to pull every stunt on the case. So yeah.
You serve as head of department now, the head of law department at Fabi College, and all you just say you resigned recently. I think who takes over? Is it
January? No, it's Fona Sise who took over.
Okay, right.
I think I have too much on my plate now. I get to run for president, I get to run for flag bearer, I get spot for run, I get my personal businesses, and I had a conversation with the new dean. I knew it was time to just let go, because you will not have the time.
So in other words, you are not forced to resign. You resigned willingly.
No, we had the conversation about the new dean in parts and so on, and I said, look, I am willing to leave if you want to take a new direction on how you go. I have been head of department for 3 years, and when I was head of department, many people saw the changes. For the first time, I established a law journal, we published first time in the University of Sierra Leone, a law journal. I set up buy equipment, then I set up the moot court, student travel to America twice, and sometimes I have to financially
fund it. So this is all positive impact that you had.
It's all about just changing, just doing the right things, change lecturers' way, they make the issues with teachers and with students. Then we revamped the curriculum, so it was quite a little bit of contribution to education. I was teaching there. I had published 4 law books and 1 novel, making 5. So it was, my contribution is little, but it's significant.
You still a lecturer at Fabi College?
Yes, I do lecture. In fact, I teach master's program and I teach undergrad program. I've been the diploma program, and last year I stopped because of too much workload also. So I teach evidence and constitutional law undergrad. I teach constitutional law on the postgrad program.
Wow, that's quite impressive as well. Now, let's move quickly. I mean, we get a lot to talk, so that's why we take them bit by bit. But let's come now to, I basically want for left sport, because I'll come to sport later, because there is a lot. In sports, you get a team, lower football club.
So let's say I'm 2 years today in office.
Wow, yes. So
we'll come and talk about
that. I mean, that's also very much. But in philanthropism as well, we've seen you engage in business as well. And you know, one of the successful people that we get a farm, a poultry. The last time I see on social media, I post out you poultry in a token. So. And also we see how massive that project they go on. Let's talk about that one quickly.
So I like doing social. I like having social impact. So if you see most of what I've done, it's really not about money. It's about the impact that we can create. So a Society for Democratic Initiatives, if you look at it, Youth Action Network, Frabe College, it's not about money, it's about impact. Writing books. When you write book, people then say, you don't write book, you don't get book money. How many people buy books in Sierra Leone? But it's the impact of the knowledge that you put in there. So we realized that Sierra Leoneans, apart from where President Bior can make agriculture, now it don't look sexy. All man want for doing, which is very good, and we have to thank him for doing that. What we have had is people just think, say, don't clean them for wearing coat and tie, go in our office. Even if it's not 1 million, then they pay them. It's about status thing. People want to have a status because we're not being traditional society where believes in education are the only way. So I decided that, okay, we have to contribute to agriculture. I don't start my poultry 6 years ago.
Wow.
Now it's not just today.
That was in 2020.
Yes, that's when I had a poultry. We started from 500 chickens to 1,500 to 3,000 to 6,000. So over the last 1 year, we decided we were going to expand. We were trying to expand, and also the government set up what they call the Agriculture Credit Facility.
Okay.
Which means you can take a loan, but the interest rate is small. So we went and took a loan from the commercial banks, and you see the massive poultry waiting up there now. But one of the things where the minister say when IMB influenced me,
the Minister of Agriculture,
we been go to we go to a World Bank meeting, and they say Sierra Leone they import about $3 to $4 million worth of chicken and chicken product. We mean say, imagine a country like Sierra Leone where most people are not educated, most people are in communities, yet we they import chicken foot, chicken wings, chicken head,
the chicken back.
The back, we cannot cultivate it. We're not able to rear we own chicken what they eat. How shameful that they sound like. So in that meeting I said, look, I was going to go into agriculture. My colleagues and that time we had formed the Renaissance movement. I said, oh, from the economic aspect of I didn't see the
support.
No, they did not see any wise thinking in it. They thought I was crazy. So I founded Regeneration Investment Fund. If you look at Regeneration Investment Fund, regeneration means renaissance. Now I know that a synonym for renaissance. So that was why I founded it, because I was a leader in the Renaissance movement, you know. And then the chicken. Now we have about 25,000 bats.
Wow.
In the farm. So I'm quite pleased with it.
How much egg them you found in the police?
Right now, then they do about 2,000 to 3,000 a day.
Wow.
The 20,000 go begin by end of the month. Go begin for later that number.
But you don't begin for do sales now.
We've been on this do sales at a smaller scale. Like I said, the old ones, and I do that 2,000 to 3,000. We have a market for that. The big ones, and they begin for lay egg in this January. I mean, in this April, end of April.
So apart of the poultry, any other one there as well? Any other like agricultural business we did?
Well, we actually get cocoa and cacao plantations in Kailan.
That is in
It's
Kailan.
a massive plantation. It's over 100 hectares of land of cocoa and cacao. We get palm kernel, you know, and 2 years ago we do onions and tomato and mapoti and lunge. So it has been like, 3 years ago, I think 3 years ago. It has been an ongoing pursuit for agriculture. Right now my wife it can vex us because now we look at for try for do dairy farm, cows and stuff, not to free range, really industrial, produce milk and cheese and other things. So that's something we're also looking into.
That's quite impressive. Congratulations again. Just make mention that today coincidentally happened for me 2 years in office as the executive director, now the National Sports Authority. Congrats again.
Thank you.
Yes. So from day one until now, we've done 2 years. I know a lot do happen, both positive and negative and all. But if you forget yourself now, do you think you will have a
I've done
match?
excellently well. I keep saying to people, these last 2 days, where people, the Minister of Sport, Madam Tema and others, they try for put story and stories on me and blame on me for something we will not get nothing to do with. I keep saying to them, I keep challenging everyone. Since I came to the NSA is a different animal. I mean, NSA almost a dead institution. Nobody wanted to touch it. I've transformed the place to become a real office. The staff are happy, they are excited, they are together. Not like try the way all manage each other's got because there were less opportunities and a few people no more they got opportunities. When I came to the NSA, they didn't even have computers, not to talk about a standby generator.
Wow.
We transformed that. Everyone seemed to have a computer, standby generator. We have an intercom, we get CCTV camera. The people go to work at 9, they leave at 4, 5, then they go to work at 10, they leave at 2, you know, and NSA was all about traveling. When the competition came, they travel. Now we are doing sports locally. You know, 1 week ago I've been there doing Azak when they do boxing, the boxing association, they do boxing. Right in the middle of the field. I was there. I went to support them at 2 a.m. in the morning because sport is about local people enjoying it, not to just walk, jump on a plane, go participate. Because every time we went, we participated. We not to win anything. And we have won more medals than you can imagine. Across the board, from gymnastics to karate to
in these 2 years.
Yes. Because we push people to say you cannot choose your friends and family say they're not athletes when they are not. You have to take the best people. We don't bring 4 artificial turf into Sierra Leone in 2 years. In 30 years, 40 years of the Football Association in lifespan, they don't bring 5. 30 years. I bring 4 in 2 years. We are fixing it across the country.
I think you started a project shortly in Bond.
We just started yesterday the real construction in Tihun, Bond. We did do another one in Matrujong.
Okay.
We started the Kailan one where I've been do personally. Don't finish.
That's for you.
Yes, it don't done. We're just waiting to. Yes, exactly. So it's get multi-purpose.
Okay.
You know, people went there and they prayed on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then the President Bill just said for bring one for both school. We are hoping we'll also bring one for Moyamba, Tonkolili, and what is the name of the place? Cambia.
Okay.
Or either Cambia or Koinadugo, one of them we are thinking.
Okay.
So this is massive transformation. When I came, the Bow Stadium was an eyesore. We fixed that. We fixed it. We make the grass from being burnt out, it turned green. We fixed that. We fixed the toilets and everything, and so it's been quite a roller coaster. We don't draft 5 policies. Regulations. The Act says for draft regulations and policies. We don't draft them, and that's it.
I think when you come, you get 5 pillars, correct? Or 7 pillars?
7 pillars.
Yes,
so
seven pillars.
One was infrastructure, which you can see what we are doing, running all over the place. Second was good governance in the sporting sector, where I come and meet. Then they do. Most of the sporting association, they get challenges, then they fetch, then in a court. We took all of those cases out of court, we settled them. And once we finish that settling the issues, the associations have moved on. They are performing. Cricket is performing, athletics is performing, tennis is performing. So we're very excited about that. Then the other one was inclusivity, making sure that local sports are played. We've also decentralized sport to the point where the local councils are now playing major role in sport. We are working on the school league and then working with the Ministry of Education for emphasize that we're bringing more women into sport and and developing the landscape.
That's now when you talk about infrastructure, one way don't get a lot of Sierra Leonean frustrated is the prolonged delayance of the Shaka Stevens Stadium. I know you inherited that project and all, but since we come in, which you have don't do for ensure
we don't do quite a lot. If you look at the stadium, about 70-80% is finished. Right, not just the main ball, and we've agreed with the Chinese that by mid next year they'll finish that now. So the truth of the matter is
for 6 months of 2026.
Yeah, next year.
2027, sorry.
2027. So one of the things we've had with that stadium is the fact that it was a bad contract, it was a bad situation. They're not being put sitting. We have to go back and negotiate back and forth, and we've been very, very forceful about ensuring that it's fixed.
And now but it's work going on at the moment.
Yes,
Doctor?
even yesterday we just bring electricity because it's been having electricity problem. We've been working with EDSA, thanks to the leadership of EDSA. We don't bring the electricity, the pole and the cable, then they bring in the electricity and then test all of the things that we done for make, so that we will be in good condition before that.
2 years down the line, it started well, your relationship with the Minister of Sports started well, but for the past 2 weeks or so, we don't see a lot of challenges. We get to deal with the sacking of Mohamed Kalon in contract. How the relationship for us today?
Let me focus on impact. Let me not focus on conflict. It was shocking that the minister went to radio and lied about me on things. It was shocking to everyone within the sector. Mohamed Kalon is sacking not get anything to do with the NSA or the ministry.
Okay.
The SLFA recruited Kalon. They worked with him for 13 months. The timing done. Then they say they can no longer work with him, and they sacked him. It's as simple as that. Whether contract had been drafted or it has not been drafted, or it has not been signed. They just said in their press release that they want to change the leadership. In the letter to Mohamed, they said for indiscipline. They did not say it was because of NSA. So where that came from, that the minister, as a mother, an elderly woman, could go to the radio and lie so blatantly, is still shocking to all of us. But like I said, young people listening to this program should not be about conflict.
All right, let's talk about 2018. You were appointed as the chairperson of the Premier League Board, the Sierra Leone Premier League Board. And until this point, a lot of people say that is the most watched league or the most successful league we don't get. In the history of Sierra Leone football, how you be able to do? I'll come to that point. When you are appointed.
The thing is that the Premier League was dead. Again, it seems like I was saying, someone was saying, it seems like any organization they die, we need to bring you come, right? It's the rectum. NSA was dead. Premier League Board was dead. I took over the FBC Love Department. Was almost just a name. We'll bring and come into what it is now. So Premier League was dead under the Isa Johansson administration. The clubs were not playing football, so we had to galvanize.
We had the FIFA ban as well.
FIFA ban. We have to galvanize, mobilize people. That's what we did. Galvanize people. Say, this is your game. You love this game. Let any administrative disagreement not make una know. We bring people on board. President Bio, again, this is what you see as a leader. President Bio said, this is a point when people like Professor David Francis and others were saying, when I fed too much, when they put money into football, President Bio looked into my eyes and said, can you do it? I said, yes. He says, go and do it. And give him money, 3.5 billion. In fact, 2 million they give initially, and we went everywhere, radio to radio, TV to TV, galvanizing. First game, over 60,000 people showed up. Bam, because people wanted the game. We'll make it belong to people. It's not elite's game. It's not about you. It's about the fans. It's about the people. With all of these radio stations, everybody was involved. In fact, we signed MOUs with most sports radio stations that they would talk about the Premier League every day. The people came on board. We had a strong media team. And the people of Sierra Leone also wanted the FIFA for no say, with or without one, we can also play a game. So it was a complex organization. It was difficult, but we went about doing things.
And we see the turnouts on matches have been huge, to the attention that even Super Sports at some point, they compare we league to the South African Premier League and other league. The moments in it for you, I've been telling personally.
It was a moment of fulfillment, but it was challenging. For me, my head was in it. We had seen that we were delivering. We'd seen that things were happening, and my head was just in it. We were there. We were making sure things happen. You understand? And the truth of the matter is, you can only sit back and look at what you've done and say, oh, this was excellent. But at that moment, it was about making sure everything worked out, and we ensured that it worked out.
And how about the president? When I see you also submit a report to the president after the league, and also leaving some amount of money for the board where they come and take over after you left. What was the reaction of the president when he...
Of the FA?
No, I mean the president first.
No, because you see, look, I have those photos. I'm going to dig up those photos. President Bill was very happy with what I had done. He was excited. This was a point when he's just taken over. The economy was struggling, right? And so we galvanized young people. We created an impact that will never be forgotten. We started paying players salary, making sure that clubs have contracts. We implemented the Bamoy Declaration, making sure that football is taken to communities and people were watching it and people owning it. And I think as a president who wanted the best for, who still want the best for young people, he was just happy about it. And, there was a time when I could just walk up to status and say, President, beauty up. They say, yes, I go. And he say, come in, like that. Again, I started saying to you, young people, do what is right. You will eat with kings. Wash your hands. That's when the Fat Matter Cargo was the scoop. If I had no barriers, I did exactly, and I think it's that respect that continues to exist between us, because anywhere I go, the NSA, past where they're going to go lie about things, but if you look at what has happened in the NSA and the sporting sector, there's been massive transformation, impact.
Football administrator, now another line where you decide for take. I mean, sometimes I consider and wonder, how will they balance your time in all of this in civil society? You get law for deal with, eating an NSA, and also a football administrator. How will you balance all before come to the football administrator journey?
I do things. I delegate. I build teams. So, for example, the person we get Epic, he's not here. You're doing it. Yeah. You're trained. You build teams. These ideas and things. But actually, people ask me, how do you sleep? I said, I sleep. I sleep less, yes, but I build teams. So I get to make sure Reginald understanding role, and we do it again and again and again, and then I left and do. So my law firm, for example, I have a law firm, Abdulai and Associates. Yeah. That law firm is 14 or 15 years old. Wow. I don't go there. The lawyer there, that's a job, and others are running it. We have about 14 or 15 lawyers there. They go every day, then work, and then go home. I just look around, look at the WhatsApp group. I don't run my poultry farm. Elizabeth Brewer, when I'm the business manager, she runs it. I look over. My wife also helps in looking over some of those issues. So she runs those things, right? And just like that, you build a team. It's not about you. It's not just about you. I say to my colleagues at the NSA, when I came to the NSA, the guys, everybody say, I think I am not qualified. They are not this. I look at their papers. They had papers. And I said, look, all of you have to deliver. All of them wouldn't be said they were useless. Sorry, not useless, that they were not performing. Okay. They are now performing. As a team, you build it. And I can joke with them. I say, you do the work, I take the praise, because I have rejuvenated all of you, put a new injected energy into you and belief, so you are delivering. So it's about building teams. It's about working in teams.
Football administrator, like I say, you formed Lower Football Club. Which year? And we see how...
Lower Football Club is 13 years old now. So what's happened? I was chairman of Ole Rodiant Football Club for a long time. And every year I get for buy players. A logo buy player. You know how football works. So Monday now, for just take the money, go coach param, They know say I'm not being a time for good. Go buy players, and we were doing that. So I said to them, why can't we form a junior team? We're going to feed this team. They said, no, it wasn't a big team. We don't want to name. I said, they're going to play them Bailey. That time they SLF, they do all of this smaller leagues.
Talent Development League.
Yeah. So no, we don't want. It was named Nagota. It was go play in a Bay League. So I formed a group and I named it Lower. 1 year after, those players who have been done from begin for play for Edwards. Now they are not Edwards players anymore, because when we don't reject them. Okay. Right. So. It came to the point Edwards became too toxic. It's always toxic. People who have nothing to do with the club, who are contributing nothing, and then they try for such confusion in the club. And they make like say you're accountable to them. If you don't put your money into All Rodiant Football Club, you don't buy tickets to watch games, people get to update you on social media with results. How are you
contributing.
No, what is your legitimacy to question anybody? As a fan of Ole Rodin, as someone who's gone to Ole Rodin school, you should go to the games. You should buy the regalia, the vest, so the club will get money. But you don't do that. So when it became too toxic, I left. I went and spent in Lower FC. We play, we don't come out non-division, second division. We play first division, and then we came to the Premier League. And Luawa, you can see, is one of the most organized, well-structured club. Luawa gets 8 branches. We don't close one in McKinney because of management challenges. We try for reopen them, but we get na Kailan, Kenema. We had in McKinney, we get na Waterloo, we get na Parade, we get na Proof School. We get one na Lumley, we no flourish. We also don't shut down the down. But what we are trying to do is taking football to the communities, but also using football as a sport. We go encourage young people for learn other trades. So our boys in our academies have to go to school.
What are the different kids that we get on that?
We get under 12, under 15, under 17. So all of the branches have that. If you look at it, that's about 970 players in the Lower FC Academy.
Wow.
But also, what you don't do now. So what we do, we look around the branches, we take the best we can, we put them into residency. Which means we have a house. We say we get the best of the U17, we get the best of the U19. We would train them every day. We are not just training them about football. We train them about life things. We train them about computer science, AI. We train them how to manage money. Because if you become professional, you have to manage your own resources.
Which is good. And we understand you construct a stadium now, a mini stadium for they take your own games into Kailan.
To Kailan, we finished doing that. I mentioned that earlier on. This was a promise I made to the Kailan people. That's my home. That I will fix the stadium when the SLFA been banned. We from what is it called? From when the SLFA been banned, we from participating from playing football in Kailan. They say we not get artificial turf.
Okay. Yeah. Now, quickly before I open the phone lines and Fabula, we also get this that it is widely rumored out there that you get this ambition for one day rule this country, one for confirm if done in two. You have an ambition to be
president. I've always worked and built my life to fix Sierra Leone. I want to be president of Sierra Leone. Now I want to be the flag bearer of the SLPP.
You want to succeed President Bill?
Yes. As soon as they open the line, I'm going to declare, and I've been going to start campaigning, talking to delegates about it.
Why you want to do this?
Because I think I have just sit on there for the last 1 hour. We've been talking about the glorious and many things that I've done, that I know the society, that I know the people around the country, and I know the problems. And me and one person we cut across. I don't know tribe, I don't know party. I talk to everyone, I work with everyone, irrespective of who you are. And I think we need a leadership who understands this country rather than just a leadership who wants power.
And you feel that that person is you?
Yes, I think so.
All right. We all wait for that moment where the baton, the race go open and forget you more extensively on that particular matter. But one or two questions. Maybe you don't talk to young people, particularly more you talk about journalism and you talk about people for make the wash their hand well so that they can go eat with kings. Which other advice again you get for people that really listen to?
It's integrity, honesty and integrity.
Okay.
When I did do Society for Democratic Initiative, and I'm sure a lot of people who were in the Anas by Kroma government will tell you, I got offered money, I got offered positions, I got offered trips just to keep me quiet, and I never accepted. You understand? It was not. I know things are hard for people. I know that most young people just want within the eat per day, but you cannot sell your professionalism just because you think you have to eat something. It will sound very bad. It will look so bad. That's one thing. Also, anything where you do, whether you're a footballer, whether you're a dancer, whether you're a gymnast, do it properly. Pay attention to it. Become the best out of it. And it's very important. I advise young people to stay away from drugs, to stay away from crimes, make them focus. And, you cannot be 17, 18 years and think you will drive a Range Rover. No. Your time not reach it. It's what they call in sociology deferred gratification. You want to gratify yourself, you get for wait till you reach there. You get for annum, you get for land book. Every job where you want, you can get it. And so it's very important for young people for focused on themselves, your own development. If you are young, you are 25, 26, your time is still coming. It's not coming. you are supposed to be working, gaining experience, so you can take leadership. Among your colleagues, you should be seen as someone who cannot be polluted. Your own colleagues have to respect you. If they woke up and see that you are XYZ, they laugh to you, they play, but wait until that man, they're not reliable. That's what he did, that's what he did. So that's the advice.
Thank you very much. We'll go for a quick break. After the break, we come and open the phone line. Stay tuned. Immediately after the break, we begin for introduction calls.
You need a bank that cares about you. We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking may be whatever your dreams may be. Bloom Bank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence at the tip of your fingers. There's only one bank. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen.
You sabi many me?
I can tell you, that Solomon first food love than
Epic Radio, 99.3.
Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here they make them. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Then they mix the different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Remember say, then they mix them a packet. And they write PLC panel.
Epic Radio.
They all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Penny Mix. Grow strong, grow smart.
Right, hello and welcome back. They start for taking our calls and out this morning. 0799949993. Now the number where you go call and be part of the program this morning. 0799949993. That's the number where yourself can call and be part of the things that we discuss so far. Get messages every day already on the Julius Mamadou saying watching live from Australia, and also and they say Fufi Ahmad, we say congratulations on your 2 years in office as NSA boss, and thank you for your impact on the lives of young people. Mystic Nado Azagi says here for Association SLF Technical Committee has the exclusive responsibility to appoint the national team coach pending approval by SLF Executive Committee. I wonder because we not discuss what coach appointment 079.
Someone who has been paid to text, so what you want to talk, what you want to talk, not you care about, not you talk about. That's not correct. Now the same thing we talk about young people here. You see?
Yeah. 079994993. That's the number where you basically can call the phone line open. I'll just check if we get normal messages them as well. We don't drop in. We in the program this morning. All right. It's indeed great and inspiring program this morning. Thank you, Epic Radio, for bringing Dr. Saffa Abdulai. I think we've learned a lot from him. 07999949993. Let's see if we can able for get a little bit of call. We also going to play a very good song for Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, and then we. Doc, you don't think about the song? Lord defend the song as
well. No, maybe I would think about it. So music is music. I used to love Emerson's music. I also like. a Rasta man. I also listen to Jamaican music. And stuff.
All right, we defend that. We defend that and see if we're able for. Play 079994993. That's the number. Kamara Fode say congratulations, my brother, and I'm watching live from USA on Facebook. as well. Let's see if we forget a few other messages in the program this morning. Okay. 079994993. We get a bit each with the line, but we try for fix them up and then see how we can accommodate una calls them now the program this morning. We will get the song very shortly where we go play, and then basically we take up from that particular point. We would let's see. I wonder they work on the song now and all. All right, I think we set to the song on that. All right, let's go.
Party, where arrival man arise. Look them sexy lady, look them tasty lady, them fine. Now so they sabi wine. If I watch gonna yai, hey, if only I go fry. I dey watch like a for don't self and die. I see short skirts, hey, a mini skirt. Oh, who's one for dance with where this party goes start? I want salé, I want ballet. What you want? Makale, and the party back nyale. Overload, not to your business, but in a party you come. Left me make a overload if you at you gonna do. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Why is music play on that 079994993? We still get Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, we impact maker for today. And also call me on 079994993. And basically shortly we will do the cutting of the program, and my own Precious George will come and take on through the review segment, so I get a lot of stories and we can discuss inside the program. 079994993.
That's man then ready, oh no. Can see to soldier man so we at the party. But Wellington can get already. With Bapos Lokoti, Baba Dori waiting you say. Tell me if you really done ready. Yeah. They swing and they bounce it. No say, and they dance to party. You see me they jump, they swing cool and cozy. No say, and they dance to party. You see me among sexy beautiful ladies. No say, and they dance to party.
So take the calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
How the morning, oh?
I'm fine.
Mr. Pature, talk.
Yes, Pature.
I want to congratulate first of all Mr. Saffa Abdulai.
Okay.
I don't know Mr. Abdulai. I want me to support all the lawyers. It's something good like you pass na Swazia. But now just point of correction. You can always call Mr. Saffa Abdulai Saffa Abdulai. Saffa to Saffa. You can always say Saffa. What if they don't correct you back? I say na Saffa. You need to Saffa.
Saffa
Abdulai.
They call and so.
Yeah, you.
No. You need to listen well. You know they listen well. No. You need to listen well. You know they listen well. Trust me. 079994993. Let's take calls now. 079994993. The phone line open. Call and be part of the program this morning. The epic morning show Impact Maker, as we get Dr. Emmanuel, Saffa, Abdulai, na the studios. We take another caller quickly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. This is Abakar.
Yes, Bakar, go ahead.
Really, we know say SLPP gets a good people in. But waiting, I don't have to understand. The image has switched right now in the work. His Excellency the President, now where they show, they not deliver well for the ordinary citizen. If you check the way how the country they go and what they happen right now, with the promise and all, even we talk about agriculture, we produce, we know they even scam. The things that they come out, if they are persuading, we expect for the another way. His Excellency the President in Shidon one, now the campaign of Pakaba, now make it kind of power. So waiting una they can campaign on. So it means saying Assembly Solona protect this party for the future. Don't begin speak the truth to people and explain to people how una fail we and able for.
Bakar, sorry, we are not discussing about that. 079-994-993. Focus on the things that we did discuss this morning, please. We take another call. Hello.
Hello, Chief.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Glana Sulema, I'm glad for
Yes.
you guests for you can read this morning. And I know saying that somebody will get high respect for him bold mind where he get for, as he say, he talk to power, the true. Mr. Abdul Fatoma.
No.
Although he say you want to go for
Abdulai,
president, I be one say if he form political party, but I don't know say yes, he go for SLPP, even if I for vote for that for Sekara, not for the party. But what ask him, it all in a lineup we don't do. Even the first lady was being explained bottom at the first program. He do Bible study or Islamic study, if he yes or no. He can build himself too by the thing then they become somebody who are respectful. Then the other thing I ask him for now, about Sierra Leone, because you know go politics, and myself not like the way where somebody go in politics in the Vanden program because you the divert voting. I want to ask him what it makes Sierra Leone and get all the educated people, they get the big university were almost 200 a year. Why Sierra Leone they go so? Now the people they honor the system where they defend themselves.
All right.
Tell you thank you, board.
Thank you. It will respond to you after we don't take call because they take note. 079-994-993. Another caller on the line. Hello. Good morning.
Yes, Noah from PC.
Yes, Noah. Go ahead.
Dr. Abdulai, a fine gentleman. I wish he was a left statesman. But anyway, now you're right for going to politics. But a special question. You say it was football association, football one toxic, or the program one toxic. I suspect say salon politics self toxic at the moment. If you come in, you will stay or you will quit.
079-994-993. We accommodate few calls more, and then we come over to we guest for respond to the calls. And we take another one quickly. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Yes, Anamta.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah. First and foremost, I want to tell you plenty thank you for the kind guest we bring come. Mr. Saffa Abdulai, Esquire. Very
Oh, we lost Anamta. 079-994-993. Anamta, if you listen, you can call back. 079-994-993. Let's take this other person quickly. Hello.
Good morning, Regina.
Commander Jibo.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I extend my thanks and appreciation, just like how my big brother talk and answer, for this responsible guest. One, Regina, me na Sierra Leone, and no need for say Pastor Sadiu, me not they look for tribe. Why they talk so people know Commander Jibo? This gentleman, I see integrity with him and humbleness and with respect, and he talk as a Sierra Leone. One word where he talk, he says he got marked. He matched the victory in order to look for tribe, in order to look for nobody. May I let this word here. And only word where he talk to me is very important. I tell you, you say what people are good and developmental oriented, they don't tell me, etc., education, agriculture, all the world. You see, it's all like say what politics are land Quran. It's not go for politics. When the people there where they got caring, they know how to do things. Their way of life normal, their way of life good. Now they sit like be leader. Adi, my brother where they now doctor, and also be one day for me na Commander Jibo, me na the mouthpiece of Atalo. But at any time he kaya, God say no more one man they record for all the radio, they call a Commander Jibo. I wish you with me blessing, I wish you good luck. Nice. With your good initiative and the kind talk we talk, I would say by grace of God, I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Although the line is long, but by God's in power, you just get it no more. Me, na Dr. Alaji Commander Jibo, you are alone out it. I didn't do.
All right, Commander Jibo, didn't do no more. 079-994-993. Few more calls we got accommodate, and then we open. Cancel we get for respond. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Is it per content?
Na per content they call from Obgon.
Go ahead.
I tell Mr. Abdulai, thank you. He don't do good work where the na Saffa as chairman. He try, he bring up he try make the field them football, politics. Where one go pana, it's not easy. Politics. You know they talk truth and politics. They don't want you. They want that party where they lie. Just like what you talk, you say, they pick tribe. Anyone, you do with them. But politics, if you not lie, they're not going to take it. Thank you very much.
079-994-993. Lastly, maybe squeeze in 4 more calls and then we'll get problem with the line. So I still get opportunity to 4 more people. Hello. Yeah.
Bumper.
All right, Bumper, go ahead. Okay.
Well, I tell Dr. Saffa, plenty thank you, because young guy like this getting kind of aspiration there. It's good for we nation who they see healthy competition. But let you say they get criteria benchmark where they don't put towards the SLPP. We appreciate they say for that person become a flag bearer title. You get so many things there. You say you get that the way it takes, especially who see the former Secretary General when Banja see the count criteria they would say, a young man with their aspirations. So then go see what side them big one then the issue of the judiciary. Now you feel there this impasse where the happen so with the lawyer society there with this. How you feel say towards your leadership, you would try to say to them because they say they don't recognize them now any institution for give them certificate and are they right and you as a legal person you know about that. And lastly is about sports when are you interest more.
Thank you.
We see different things they happen towards sports. How you feel say we will bring them come together as a team?
Thank you, Bumper. 079-994-993. 3 more calls and then we wrap up. I'll take this and 2 more. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Yes, and I'm now.
Yes, sir.
All right, so praise God, you get the line again.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, say orange something not kill like I talk good for people. But Mr. Abdulai, orange the man fetch me so, but God no agree. So thank you to be the same, but Mr. Abdulai, to be honest, na household name. Na household name na Salo. No, say young man they get a position there. But I trust and kind respect to him. It prove him. You talk about that 2018 league, but another league they can raise the bar by the game. And look at the one country got football. Then corner bring in the field now, they get carpets. Then village women and they get carpets. So people become more aware and inclusive for the game. They got more interested. So me prayer is when you come into this game, brah, like why you show God fear, it should continue. I may be border Kowalijibo, but say politician, I know me border na upgrown. It's a usually they lie. Now they make the game bad. That when they say bad politics. Now the politicians don't make a bad. Politicians don't bad game more. No dirty game more. Now we only like make and dirty and bad. So I pray that if God make you succeed, because me I'm a Muslim. Anybody I pray for you. Be it Christian or Muslim, I pray for you. If you don't really choose one, let God make you be God fearing. Because what you lack by the leadership in the salon, that God fear you lack. Because anybody who call leader, if you be God fearing, who knows so. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. 079994993. Two more calls and then we close the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Panelist. Good morning,
Father
Mr.
Lambert, go ahead.
Emmanuel Saffa. Good morning. Anyway, the panelist today, you get a good panelist, a man with a good characters. You know, he don't do a lot of things in this country. But I want to ask, like, when now so he say a worker into this six business. Now look how the youth and they suffer at good drugs, sufferness in the country. If he go amend this issue, if he get this power, he go able to amend the issue for the youth. Let them stay away from drugs, stay away from trouble, stay away. Don't go able to get a job employment. And the only question is where I get for I will go wish him victory if he go be succeeded. Thank you.
One more call. 079994993. Just one last lucky call and then all right, I'll take the last person for now. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Your name and side call you from?
My name Dauda. They call from Calvaton.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the question is not to for fight for become a leader, but the people that now they lead, then get their own way out in the think can, where you know they even match with you, the leader. You know, now more they call the problem, because further before leader no get issue, people themselves no get issue, but nowadays. Technology idea, everybody want better. The constitution self good day, but they know they match with her. So for becoming a leader, yes, it's fine. But you and the people and the idea not going to be the same. That more they make problem they arise because each one of them they on that side. Then when they think hard and you how they say forget. They say because of who don't support you, don't become a leader. Don't do that the issue. Then get the young way in the thing for let them say better. If you look right out how the revenue drives everything at the country. Who that they get the blame? Not the power, but now the people and they run the revenue. So without much I do, I bless them on a victory because I'm very good. You don't do a lot now, Kailan, where some of you don't area and see. So now that no more I get. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. We final caller from Calvatong. Doctor, you don't get a lot of credit. Wow. This was last squeeze Abuloko. I don't know if we haven't callers. Hello, Abuloko.
Yeah, good morning, Regina.
Yeah, let's just squeeze you in.
First from Central Media One. May God bless you. May God bless me, honorable brother, Mr. Saffa Abdulai, the man with integrity. You know, the man will deserve all waiting deserve. So, Mr. Saffa Abdulai, sir, I say thank you very much for all the work that we don't do for win this country. We did be new. Because you know one part of the people always stand for the truth. You know to balance the media. Any hour we them call you ready for respond. You ready for pass information. You know we not the part lie. You know the part thief. You know, you maintain your respect. So me, I tell you plenty thank you for the work we don't do, but the only thing no more me I don't want to go for politics. Me try for straight football. Because na the area and at the field where he left, and at the sport where he left, football. Me, I know the passion we get for football.
Okay.
I can see where team they play, when I miss, if they fall down, I go, pop, you only gone. You don't see? So, me, I know what you capable of doing, sir. So, make I know the line long.
Thank you.
We get praise for you. Give all what it takes, because you don't work. You know, one party man, we meet the admin of this country. Now, let us stand for the two, first we know the part, and then like.
Thank you, Abuloko.
God bless you, sir, Mr. Saffa Abdulai.
All right, thank you. I need to take any calls again. That'll give you time for response to the callers.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the calls. I mean, this is quite. We didn't say people talk about you. You sit down, you get goosebump. You know, I just sitting here listening to people, and I think Sierra Leoneans appreciate any good thing, and this is something young people get to understand. People are there. All of these callers, I don't know them. I haven't. Maybe I've met them. I don't even know who is there, and they speak about the things that I've done, and I think. It is very important for let people learn things. So, the first call I will talk about if I'm religious. I'm very religious. In fact, I grew up as a Christian. My mama na a lay preacher, my papa na been Christians. But then I grew up at Camp Freetown. When I came Freetown in 1985, I moved Camp Brookfield to Alaji Soiree Naya, let me they call the place by Harbor Naya,
okay.
Bar Street.
Yeah.
I did learn Quran. So yes, I learn Quran and I pray very well. I practice Islam right now. So I agree with the first caller. I mean, even the Prophet say knowledge not the ultimate goal for every man. He say go as far as China, you know, for seek knowledge. So thank you for that talk that we talk. I appreciate it. I'm a very religious person. I did go church. When they invite me to churches, I go to church because then as a young boy in Freetown, I also been to read Bible now in the church, and I always believe in God. Okay. Every time I see them, people they say, "Oh, and they can't sack you." Oh, the one way they work with no one. Even today, we don't get a lot of conversation about they want for sack you, they want for bring this person, and like it's what God wants. If God saying that 2 years at the spend na NSA, the experience where I don't get in a public service now I don't get. If I left NSA, I get many other things to go do. This is a public call and I'm doing it. Okay. But God determines where you end. Then I agree that the next caller talk about toxicity. I left Eros because I not be want the club for suffer as a result of the toxicity. There were too much forces. People think say because Saffa Abdulai been done run Premier League, bring Boku money in the Premier League. And if you say Boku money continue for day. So it was a fight about control of resources. And then the grouping, the gang groups in the Boku. And also, you don't serve 11 years as a club chairman. It was time to
that is enough.
Bow out and say, I mean, this is not school property, not your own. You have to leave. If people thought, okay, it's time for you to leave, or the confusion that happened, I left. Politics, you don't hear waiting they happen at sport. Waiting they happen at the sport, not to sport. Right now, waiting they happen at the National Sport Authority and the NSC and the SM, not to sport issue, not politics. Not just because I don't talk, say I want for run for flag bearer. So they are using the Ministry of Sport for come after me, for make I look bad. I mean, one person, when the minister go talk bad about me, what we're talking about, you get 8 people calling, knowing the good things I've done, how upright I am. So it will not stick. So it's politics, I understand, and I am ready for it, because my brother, waiting down they happen, we don't all don't shy away from this. Then go cost you, then go lie for you, they will run away. We left the space, and then people will come into the space, they have no idea, other than just the want for power. If I sit down there, I call 10, 15 things what I don't do in Sierra Leone, means I understand the society. Yeah. I know the problems. Some people just came yesterday, they said they should be president, and then for be, and anybody who wants to stand for be president, they come against you, they build gangs against you for make you look bad. Which I don't do na NSA in 2 years, not a thing where you wipe out because you make 4 or 5 people they send checks like way Mystic they send checks on something else. It doesn't work like that. People know already this landscape. People know who is paying who. You understand? Commander Jibo, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for the things you said. I appreciate you, and you know that I have mutual respect for you and anybody who gets passion for the game and for Sierra Leone. Okay. For me, my friends are people who are really strong. You know, I have to be strong in politics. I agree with that caller. They lie. You don't hear when they talk how a signed contract for Mohamed Kalon. I mean, how is that even possible? And you know, that is something where the court of law will have to prove. I am very determined whether I did an NSA or I left. It's something I'm going to pursue, because you don't just make stories about people like that. So I am ready for all of this thing. One me uncle called me yesterday. He said, "Mango, we no rep, they're not a stoner." You know, he said, "You don't rep, so people are throwing slow at you, but it will not stick." The other caller talk about the SLPP criteria. The SLPP criteria and the criteria will get for change, because it's not constitutional, not constitutional at all. Okay. They violate the national constitution, they violate the democratic principles of constitution. But the president of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada Bio, I trust him. I know he's going to do something to ensure that there's an equal playing field for everyone. The lawyer society issue, I think we don't become really troublesome. I don't talk to the lawyer society. I mean, like I said, I get a relationship with everyone. I don't go about discriminating. I don't talk to the bar association. First thing first is the bar association. 9 are the lawyers, they are organization. 9 the constitution recognized. 9 the laws they recognize. If a group want for breakaway, they can break away and get certificate and do their own work. It is okay in a democratic society, but as lawyers, I don't think it's a good thing for lawyers to do. My opinion on that issue is very clear. Okay, people get right to do their constitution, for do their associations and stuff, but law will not divide the lawyers because we disagree on issues. Okay. Yes, the other caller talk about the carpets around the country. If I continue for the NSA, by the time we get to some point, we don't bring the artificial turf all over this country. All of the district headquarter towns will get, the class A chiefdoms will get, and this is something. On the youth issue, there's a question on youth and drugs. This is not one of the things where they pain me so much. Because me, I care about young people. I became an activist when I was a young man. This is something wow, they work on. And that making me a young club, nobody knows take drugs today. Of the 970 boys, we preach against drugs. We go about community. If you remember, from 2024, where nobody not been done see Kush as a crisis. Now that's how the whole football galas, a community, my yakine, I go naya for preach against them because I saw this coming. I knew this is a problem, and I care for the youth. The other quality leadership is different from the one that within the lead. Yes, but sometimes the leaders have to guide the one that within the lead. People get their own opinions, but you have to come along with them. This is not a space where people want for day. All man get text. If you are texting from your house today, you criticize government, you text, you praise somebody. Now because we work on the rights to freedom of expression, we remove the criminal libel law, we go Supreme Court, we go ECOWAS Court. So this is something we have to tolerate. Okay. Leaders have to come to this space. Abuloko, thank you very much. I know say a lot of people go say, "Oh, no go pan politics," but it's time to get into that space. No matter what they say about me, you know that I want to do something we correct. Law will go in there and fix things. Law will not be out there with the criticize things. The football is being fixed. The president of the FA has good ideas. The one that within the football, they all don't see football they develop. And I think whether I am at National Sport Authority or not, it will continue to thrive. But we have to move forward with things.
I'm not going to ask you a question, but you, when you say if I still lady and all, are you scared that they will get you out of the NSA?
They said then go sack me tomorrow morning.
It's not no rumor. Are you paying attention to that?
You pay attention to rumors. Every small guy of fire, you pay attention. But President Bio knows what I have done and what I'm doing. With things that what they do. One thing people don't understand is I don't let rumors run. Okay. Everything what they do, I text the president. I tell him we've done this, we're doing this. Even this morning I sent him a text, they show and the work where they go on at home where we don't initiate. Okay. You know, so it's not something where I look just sitting there, fall with foot, fall with hand, so that somebody go lie. The other day then say somebody go report in a state, I'll say maybe don't take single leg and pity them money anytime. You know, it's just funny that way I come and meet this money, see them. I say, what I get them? One man they turn head. I write to Ministry of Finance. I say, we get this money we left. And the single leg pity then trip. I say, so when I give you authority for use them, otherwise they give you the authority, I have the authority. We buy a generator or buy computers and stuff. Now then they go and say, you know, you don't know time, so law write a report against them, you know. So sometimes you sit here and thinking, okay, I want to be here, I want to do this. Okay. If it's not possible, what are the alternatives? I have many things I teach. Yesterday night I teach till 9 o'clock now FBC. I enjoy teaching constitutional law. From there, you move on to go to other places, you know.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, and we don't get a lot of conversation here today. It's a pleasure to get you as one of the impact makers. And I believe so we will listen to the program this morning. They'll learn a lot from Dr. Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai. Many thanks for being here with us. And Boku thank you as well to you. Will send you message, you will call we, and you will listen to the program. I've been Reginald Brano Jukutu Soya. Continue for listening to the program. We'll get sport and entertainment. We will come next. And my own precious George go give you the review segment of the Epic Morning Show. La join us some other time. Take care. Bye bye.
Yes, so food no day for a lazy man. Yes, so mondo no day for an idler. Yes, so food no day for a lazy man. I go fella, not to know the plan. Only I no go do bad, but I know say I dey get time. Cause I'm tired for the merry-go-round, ole. I'm tired for the bola, ole. I'm tired for the merry-go-round, ole. I'm tired for the bola, ole. Envy the one the way don't get, you don't know how them fair now. Then get plenty, but you don't know how them do forget them. You wear one drive big car, Lamborghini or Ferrari. You want live now the mountain with your wife and family. And you don't see the one where I sketch the traffic Bible. So be careful how you defend and take am safu. When we can sing the little song, some man can say I don't. Some people say I dey shake bottle, but left them let them talk. I be see they fed now. Some pizza they understand with whistle they also they fed now. Taxi Koda Okada with the Soul City with they fed now. Serious market to man they grab at 6 fixing table they fed now. Can't see Eastern police now money. All man they fed now. But you not get time, you gotta pass like a breeze. Even when you talk sense, all man go ala please. I can feel them for them poor Libanese. They no get no side for go, so then they enjoy the salon breeze. Tire for the merry-go-round all day. I tire for the bola all day. I tire for the merry-go-round all day. I tire for the bola all day. Rock of fella, get up and go fella. Rock of fella, get up and go fella. Mr. DJ, please give me my beat back. Nice and steady.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Update. So, Carlos Queiroz don't sign as the new head coach for the Ghana Black Stars as he will lead Ghana for the FIFA World Cup 2026. He last coached Iran in the last World Cup in Qatar. Leeds United don't beat Manchester United at the Old Trafford for the first time inside a 10-league visit. And so the last time for them win the Manchester United have been 1981. Anthony Taylor go officiate the match between Manchester City and Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium this weekend. And former Chelsea captain and defender John Terry don't set for announce 114 million takeover League 2 side Gloucester United alongside a consortium were exciting for make the club return to its past glory. And finally, if Anthony Joshua fights Anthony Wilder, he will sell and he will knock him out. For this morning, all this we get for you inside Sports Update.
Good morning and welcome to your midweek edition of the entertainment news here on the Epic Morning Show. Me, the Big Daddy, starting here with Cardi B and Offset. So, news switching or say after a long back and forth between Cardi B and Offset, DNA test on reveal say Cardi B and Pekin way is supposedly get with Stephen Diggs is now the biological son to Offset. So, I mean, it's strange because this happened just after these guys broke up and everybody feel like say Stephen Diggs was the father because he took care of that pregnancy all through. But I mean, the DNA don't prove otherwise. But anyway, so finally Stephen Diggs is no more in the picture. And of course, social media influencer Very Dark Man, of course, held a secret night meeting with the IGP. So this now allegation, of course, where one of the activists them way be say Very Dark Man had a meeting behind the back. Now we all know the B Lord saga where is still lay behind bars due to breaking the rules, and according to waiting together, man and Felix saying that Very Dark Man still they put more pressure for letting not give the man bail. But with waiting we don't find out so far. It's like this is coming directly from the Nigeria police because the post where they make yesterday say now then don't put everything back to hold until they're done with the investigation. And also, entertainment ambassador Cardinal will be post yesterday say he don't find out saying on a salon plenty people will come at you and when you retaliate and then go run back go to the authorities, so then go kick you into court. No they go into that anymore. So this they happen due to some of the backlash them way don't they happen on the social media. We see all of the insults the way they send towards them. So in no learn a lesson and no one for go back down the lane. We all know what happened yesterday to Kane Boss LA. We all be feel like say it come out. So even though it not happened yesterday, in team be updates in fans them too in social media page where they say despite the outcome of the court case we happened yesterday, they still stand on the apologies to the mayor and the Kenema people and the entire salon. And it please they beg the fans them say that they stay out of trouble, no negative comments concerning this case. Let us just maintain peace all through the proceeding. And also, one of the finest music producer, Twice Eyes, of course, don't update we say Fire Them will be dropping anytime soon. And finally this morning from the Bashment Multimedia, new song Baby Bernard Ashao dropping soon. This now we get for you this morning on the Epic Morning Show inside the Entertainment Baskets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big Daddy, yeah. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Yeah. Check. Like a 5 on I saw her on the street. No introduction, it's Beats Boy on the keys. Excuse me, please. I'm in charge. Let the partner power. Now me the control currency. If you call no constant money, not text me. Excuse me, me peace of mind a genty. Now we there, now we there this, now we the wrong things. Big Daddy, ballin' we, and I get you wobble. They hit to D, get I get you wobble. Yanya di, Siata di, Tony me, they hit to D, said I get you wobble. On my own, come inside. If you sabi, come inside. On my own, come inside.
Nothing on the pressure me. Nothing on the pressure me. Yeah.
After this superstar don't do plenty children at the country, and this time now the Eastern don't cancel, and family no say now Eastern now the Jews stay. Now that make the BSK music don't join on with one of the biggest organizations at Eastern. That now the expert family for Brinkam, the Jantoro, I mean the Kurubapa Salon music. That now famous is a no pressure concert where go happen at St. Michael Field. That now local site 1 Saturday, April 18, 2026, 7 o'clock sharp. Plenty other artists that go down there on stage for make you begin enjoy entertainment at a first degree and fumble for no say. Now 100 euros you go pay for series big superstar and plenty other one and back. You make a big the Cuba the way tan for sponsor this event like Rokel Commercial Bank, Gentle Group of Company, Leon Rock, C Coach, SLBC
Epic
TV,
Radio.
AYV TV, Star TV, Epic Radio, Universal Radio, the expert family when are the host, AfriCell and Afri Money. So family them. Now wait me and tell you because all the best DJs and MC, including the pride of SL Dunia Animal or Vicky Dave of Citizen Radio, go there in attendance for Kiss the Microphone. It's No Pressure Concert 2026. Now the St. Michael Field with the one and only famous. Now what men tell you, the dates are April 18. Now they mean they go so because plenty yeah go there inside there because the locust targets go there on for make you enjoy entertainment at a first degree. The BSK music with famous.
You sabi Benimi?
I can tell you, that Solomon in fast food love Dando.
Epic Radio.
Come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Now salon here they make them. Now he make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even them safe as dinner. Then they mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Remember say, then they mix them a packet and they write PLC partner. Then they mix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, Pay on number 44 Battle Street, Clinton,
or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or
Epic
088
Radio.
077 678.
Benny Mix. Grow strong, grow smart.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true.
Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It's difficult for experience failure, but it also was where you not ever try for succeed." Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Radio Garden, YouTube, Facebook, and through the website at myepiconline.com. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George, and inside the show this morning, we will look at APC issue, outside and raise alarm over failing unity agreement negotiation. And also the ECOWAS Judicial Council Conference set for take place. Now the country will ask a question, what in this mean? And as well, court don't sentence Zainab Sharif to 4 years, 2 months after spending 50 days in remand. Sierra Leone set for start operation as government meet with investors. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And for discuss these issues, I get inside the studio Melvin Tijan Mansere, and a journalist, and I also get James Kamaramane. Good morning, gentlemen. Melvin, good morning. It's been a while in the second segment.
Absolutely, and I miss you so much. Thanks so much for having me and family on Akusha and Kabo.
You're welcome. Mane.
Yes, good morning to my family and good morning, Marion. As always, this week I do tonight.
I know, right? Straight off, we'll look at stories reported on the front pages of different newspapers. And my first take now the Standard Times newspaper top story reads, a treacherous pattern of politicizing governance issues. And another story for the mental rights under siege, a constitutional analysis of the 2026 National Central Intelligence Bill. Finally, Marampa Mines Limited sponsors Salon Tennis Association 2026 National Championship. All of the stories and more you will get now the Standard Times newspaper this morning.
With me, I get the Premier News newspaper. The main banner headline story reads, Akisoya in APC talks with guarantors. Government online state of affairs at Sierra Leone. Government outlined state of affairs at Sierra Leone. Coach Kalon rejects Saffa dismissal claims. And also IMF World Bank spring meetings. Finance Minister highlights economic gains. Other story you go find the Premier News newspaper.
And away from that, I take the Independent Observer newspaper. Top story, proportional representation and the search for inclusive democracy in Sierra Leone. Another story, Rights to Access Information Commission facilitates access to 28 information requests made to Parliament. A big banner headline, GST in Sierra Leone, how Dr. Ibrahim Bangura will make a difference. And government outlines state of affairs at Sierra Leone. All of the stories and more you will get now the Independent Observer newspaper.
In Penna Peak, I get the Concord Times newspaper. The main banner headline story reads, Moral guarantors enter as APC boycott bites. The other lead story, Zainab Sharif jailed for 4 years, 2 months for incitement. And Marapa Mines National Tennis Tournament ends in decisive mood. Pharmacy Board expands anti-drug peddling drive, promotes Kenema bylaw model in Putloko. And the final story, journalists risk retiring without pensions. Large ones. All the story you will find the Concord Times newspaper.
And my final take this morning, the Aoko newspaper, top story, Zainab Sharif sentenced to 4 years and 2 months for incitement. Sierra Leone pushes utility, tax, and wage reforms in Washington talks. And also APC bars Poti from party pools after violent war dispute. And finally, APC's Honorable Mohamed Bangura moves motion to summon Trade Finance Minister over rising price of basic commodities. All of the stories and more you go get now the Aoko newspaper publication this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we'll discuss a range of issues as I stated earlier on. We'll look at the first story we get to do with the government of Sierra Leone, where they announced plan for refurbish and relaunch Sierra as part of the renew effort for revitalize the country telecommunication sector. Well, the announcements that be made during one strategic meeting between Sierra staff them and interim management board. And also other people will be part of the meeting are 2 senior cabinet ministers, the Minister of Employment, Labor and Social Security, and the Minister for Communication and Technology. Well, according to the Minister of Communication and Telecommunication, we na Salim Abba, na the meeting, he say government do reaffirm in commitment for restore Sierra operation, operational capacity, and reposition the company as a competitive national telecommunication provider. Of course, we discussed this issue yesterday, and the ministers meet yesterday as well for continued talks regarding the refurbishment of Sierra after many years where workers don't they cry for them salaries and several other things them we don't go wrong na the company where we make them shut down for quite some time. I'll start with Melvin on this particular issue of Sierra.
Well, I think this is quite interesting for several reasons, talking about, well, a possible privatization, asked question about the partnership, talking about the service delivery status of Sierra. But above all, for me, the government not come out too clear yet, because if you go now the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, their website, I think 14 or 15 hours ago, there is a post where catalog the dire state of Sierra. However, this post now attempts for give detail on the proposed partnership. So I was very much keen, and I do further review and studies on what is being proposed. So according to my sources, this is a partnership between government and AfriCell.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the first takeaway. And for comments on the 27th of April 2026, according to insider sources. And of course, Sierra is said to continue to provide all the services they were offering, but AfriCell is to launch a product, MVNO, that operates like a mobile phone. So that's another interesting takeaway. Interestingly, there is a liability in the tune of 6-point-something million United States dollars that got to do with the staff, and who takes responsibility for that, I think it's also not very clear. Sadly, the percentage of share, the percentage we get to do with shares of AfriCell and that of the government also opaque, we don't know, and that's therefore really important, because if you want to make Sierra effective in terms of sustenance, but above all in terms of service delivery, of course we know say huge investment get for count. So in this case, waiting AfriCell they invest, and almost it constitutes almost percentage of the shares and almost government owned. So since that not clear, it raises more questions than answer. But above all, the cost of the refurbishment itself, what is going to be refurbished, is one thing, because we know, according to some reports them from reading, there are infrastructural problems with Sierra.
Yeah.
Antiquated, according to one of my sources, antiquated infrastructural infrastructure as Sierra. So if you are saying those structures are going to be used, then what is Africell going to be bringing in as something new in terms of the refurbishment? What is going to be refurbished for me is a key question for people to understand. But also, the aspect of Sierra is expected to continue to manage assets, except those that Africell will use. So who takes care of the unused assets? So that again is another unfinished and unanswered question. But again, this seems to be a deal of discomfort, considering the role of Africell being one of the competitors in the market, and we're having a moribund and a bankrupt and a debt-ridden state-owned telco. Is this part of what is called fiat trade? Although we don't know the details of the partnership, but is it fiat trade? Why no other company? Why Africell?
Africell not a stranger as well to the country. Everybody know Africell, but for make the government don't get one or two meeting and don't inform the public about the refurbishment without stating Africell, is it a call for concern?
Of course, that's the reason why I go back to the ministry's website portal, because I was expecting them to have touted or give hints about this possible partnership. But since they're not doing, I got to go back. You know, we're journalists. You got to go use the contacts. And so why the government? And that goes to the question again. I sense secrecy, unwillingness, lack of willingness to come.
So why
to
the
disclose?
secrecy?
Well, maybe I think that they forget about the backlash as to what people will think that Africell, they can partner for takeover or for partly owned, state-owned enterprise like Sierra Leone. Again, what's the nature of the PPP? Is it a divestment? What kind of PPP model? I'm very keen when it comes to PPP on the financial framework, because we don't see with toll gates how the company increased price contrary to what was agreed, that if it will be based on the base traffic data. So I'm always concerned when it comes to PPP, what will affect the cost, how will it will be computed and all that. So in this case, it's ambiguous. But to your question, I'm sure the government is shamed maybe for say Africell they can't take.
Why the government for shame?
Because it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that a state-owned enterprise therefore can partner. Of course, privatization is a way to go, but in this case,
it's partnership.
Why now? Why privatizing Sierra Leone now when we know the problems in Sierra Leone have been systemic, endemic, and just 2 years to the end of the reign of the administration, you are coming out a PPP with a sector competitor.
Will the government rather bring another telecommunication operator way not there inside the country, or other investors?
It depends the process of this partnership. How was the process announced? Was it an open, competitive? Was there any bidding conducted for it?
It wasn't clear.
Was it an open bidding or a closed bidding, and all those nitty-gritties? Because at the end of the day, you ask why Africell? When Africell then says get their own network infrastructural challenges for deal with, and now you are compounding the problem, bringing customers from Sierra Leone, merging them with Africell. I think they get a lot of explaining for do, and that's the reason why I say this topic is very important for what we discuss, because the big takeaway there is Africell, they partner with governments for co-owned or whatever you call her for takeover Sierra Leone.
Emmanuel, what do you think about this, especially the revelation where Melvin just make about Africell partnering with governments for takeover Sierra Leone?
Yes, I just I'm surprised though, for we get this kind of revelation, and if anything we can go by, and I trust Melvin's source. If anything we can go by, and I feel say it's a nice lap to government, over many years, as we talked about yesterday when Sierra Leone the issue started in 2012 to date where the problem starts, and we also say people where they be the work now, Sierra Leone, how they don't suffer, how some homes they don't break. In fact, the minister self talk na the press conference yesterday, or the program say how some homes they don't break, some family don't scatter because of the kind way Sierra Leone on the, and so therefore government is ready to take over. The government is ready to invest, bring in foreign investor. That was exactly what he said.
But not going further to disclose.
Not going further to disclose who that is foreign investor. How can you bring in Africell if anything we can go by? We are saying if anything can go by. When I bring in officer for take over Sayatel,
no, but by the way, sorry for interjecting. If what I've said is not true, the minister might be listening, or government officials, they can come and rebut me.
They can come.
I trust my sources, and I cannot come and misinform the public. But you have the right to your disclaimer.
Yes, that's what they say. If anything we can go by, I feel firstly the government for long come out plain and say this is what we are going to do. Make the people of Salone know Sayatel is owned by the people of Sierra Leone. And so if you are going to say they bring in investor, they will know the name of the investor. I don't know yesterday how the program and whether they may get question time or whether they ask such questions. So who that the investor, the way they come, they can't take over Sayatel. You know, one of the issues for us to make Sayatel lost the standard is because of the high competition we've been there between Sayatel, Africell, and Orange. Because when Orange and Africell come, you find out that most of the customers then are Sayatel, then switch allegiance to these two communities. So if you don't switch allegiance to these two communities, and then you're bringing one of these communities for can take over Sayatel, I don't know how you get for look like, you know, because you get to look at the customer wise, the network issues again. You get to look at how they get to deal with staffing, and we also mentioned about the properties the way Sayatel gets properties. And they get for decay. Those are decayed properties, instruments where Sayatel we don't use. We don't go for use again. Officer is going to bring a new one. Which will be the profits, which is Officer go for profits, and how government go for profits from them, and even how Sayatel go for profits. So these are a lot of things they go for bringing and explain to the people of Sierra Leone. But you know, go and bring in a company who can invest in Sayatel. We don't know who than the people. We don't move understand how.
In all of this, I think the key information where Sierra Leoneans care about now who that are the investors, and for make we get a revelation now saying Africell. Yes. Na name we not strange to me.
No,
the government not put them out saying Africell.
And so they need for come out and play.
It's like something no right some kind of
way. They need for come out and say, because there are a lot of on explain issues which surround this Sayatel incident, where they lead to the total closure. So one or two ministers, in government, we don't say it here and there, talk about other communism. So I feel the government get the power for make them bring in foreign investors or make a competitive bidding. If Africell be interested, if we one of the people that way they bid, all are foreign companies that they bid. So we know say it's competitive. Perhaps at the end of the day, now Africell winner. Or other person winner. But if you are saying maybe now Africell decide say, well, we want to go into partnership, we want to cover Sayatel, we want to help government to see how we can come back and revive Sayatel, then they don't come out plain. Because now it's straightforward something. It's not something that should be hidden, from the people of Sierra Leone. And if you are going to take over just a company where it's owned by Sierra Leoneans, it's Sierra Leonean company. So why you not come out and tell people them? So, but as I say, the government gets a lot of explanation for do here,
Yeah, man, yes, I agree with you, because they say the devil is in the details. Yeah. We don't know if this is going to be a good deal. Because, for example, when you go to the government Ministry of the website and the publication, there is an excerpt where I deliberately put them in notes. You say, notably, Sayatel owed over $35 million to two Exim banks, a debt currently being serviced by the government. So what happens in this new arrangement?
And who that they pay them? Who that they pay that debt?
Who takes, and being serviced by the government, it means that government is paying. So with the partnership, will the government continue to pay, or will the partner pay? So for me, this is important, because the big elephant in the room where many people not want for this, because maybe now this make government make the issue for us, is the matter we get for do with redundancy.
Okay.
For any time you get a merger or this kind of partnership, of course you get to talk about redundancy. And if you read the publication there, the government itself come out for give you figure on what is owed, Marion. The money is so boku. From the Strat community, they say the government, they say the staff-related liabilities now stand at approximately $6.3 million, making it one of the most significant financial burden facing the company. So who takes care for this? Who take the responsibility? So all of these details, I'm sure this is why they don't come public on these issues, but I'm sure by the end of this program, somebody in government must be forced to come out with a statement. We don't get situation now where I talk about MCC, Ministry of Information, and go on a website and do all things for rebut me. So I hope they will come back to rebut what I've said, if it's true or not true.
So more we will try, we producers them as well will try to reach out to somebody from the Ministry of Information for get a clarification regarding this particular topic. But as we wait for that, we go move to another topic. Usai All People's Congress Party don't hold talks with international moral guarantors. Usai they won that agreement of national unity and the tripartite committee. A recommendation them don't stall, or the recommendation they don't stall for a very long time, and they at the verge for collapse. These and several other things the party make mention of inside the meeting we then get with this international moral guarantors yesterday, and during the meeting, party members including the mayor and the Secretary General and several other people talk about the same issues we don't talk about, we then don't they raise the dissatisfaction about, we come to electoral justice, the appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha and all of those things. And at the end of the meeting, the people we come from the International Moral Guarantor Committee or so, be assured the APC say then go look into the concerns we did raise and call another meeting on Thursday, tomorrow, as way for see how they can able for look at the issues and find possible solution to some of the issues or the issues the party don't raise so far. Now, Melvin, we discussed this particular issue back yesterday, and we did discuss them back today just after the meeting, but it seems as if out of the meeting, the international moral guarantors not get much for say at this moment. It's just that they go and listen to the APC and their concerns and tell them, say, then go get another meeting with them on Thursday. Is there any hope for the APC that some of the issues they don't raise will be addressed since the international moral guarantors don't come and meet them?
Firstly, the context is important. This is not the first time they are coming in. From my reading again, I think this should be the 5th mission, and they've been doing follow-up missions. But again, I ask, what's the purpose of this mission? And I look forward to the press conference of these people. Maybe I will be attending. Because is this a negotiation mission or a mediation mission? Let's understand. There is already a disagreement where don't cause a disagreement, because the role of the moral guarantors was to end the boycott. And here we are after from 2004 to now, years down the line, we got to go back. So we ask the international moral guarantors, have they served the purpose right? Because it's only when we understand the role within they play, then we expectations for be limited or extended. So far, if you look at the two agreements, the national unity and the tripartite, there are what we call unfinished businesses, where some of them don't cause a further plummeting or reversal of the gains. So for me, I go through the APC statements, and of course, they self-acknowledge that they meet and get substantive, frank, and significant discussion on the way forward. But I ask myself, what is the APC putting on the table? What is the deal? What are their demands? What are their conditions? And what will the moral guarantors do for influence the other side, for change in position? Until and unless we know that, we will just talk on the shadows, because so many of the issues are not clear. But from waiting clear, Marion, now that we know say there are issues, the high-stake issues, now that the resolution 2 on the agreement for national unity, we don't say there should be an end of boycotts. So what will the moral guarantors ask the APC as to why another boycott again? So that will be another crystal question. But also, I look forward to what will come out on, for example, the failure to implement recommendation 20 of the tripartite, which states that there should be therefore gets an oversight committee in a parliament where they look on this kind of issues when it comes to elections, and they call it review an electoral cycle. So electoral matters to review an electoral cycle, inquiring into electoral preparedness. So this committee will not say nothing in a parliament. It has not been. So what happens if these guarantors come and ask people like David Senge as to why this has not been done? That is my also look ahead into this one. But importantly, is how the moral guarantors will react to the government in what they are called double-stepping action on the implementation of recommendation 36. We with establishing such a nomination committee, particularly so now that Edmond Alpha is the bone of contention. I want to see if the moral guarantors, they will be honest and sincere enough to have a position. By the way, I've always criticized them that they've not taken a position from day one where they're going to. They've never taken a position as to whether the election was credible or not.
So this means that the moral guarantors now therefore ask APC again, waiting at the reason for them boycott, because it is clearly stated that now because of the appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha.
So how will the moral guarantors react between APC and SLPP, who is morally right, and they are moral guarantors? Okay. I look forward to the statement whether they will take a position that, oh, because recommendation 78, this recommendation 36 on such a nomination committee has been double-stepped. I use the word double-stepped. It's like the government bit's gone. Okay. You get a constitutional bill, you get its implementation going on, but yet still you went ahead and appointed. So I want to see what will be the body language and this position of the moral guarantors. I don't want to criticize them too much because at least they are diplomats.
They're not put out in position.
We don't get them position it because anything hypocritical this time around, I think we should call them out. Okay. Because the money that they use for council, not for free money, now levies where taxpayers and they pay, including a salon. So when they can, they don't come 5-10. And it's like out in the kind of situation the world was. For me, I question them, but I question more so how they will be honest with this process. I think this is an interesting one. I look forward to what they will be saying as a statement, what will be their positions on particularly these key high-stake issues, and what will be the end game ultimately.
Yeah, Mane.
Yes, I think Melvin has, it was almost a serious for this is something, but it's okay because you do it.
No, you can forget the next bite.
No, you do it to senior. It's always you always learn from him. Firstly,
it's a pleasure.
You always learn from him. But it's like myself still ask the question: waiting the moral guarantors they really do, because you come into the country, you want for CC the electoral system. You know, they restructure, they brand the electoral system, and this is the government way. They send a representative, then go, then signed, they agreed, and they say they're going to implement them. And also after some months or a year now, and then we don't hear other people them out there they talk say, and I mean just a gentleman's agreement. So government not just suppose for abide to not just gentleman's agreement. Whereas this constitution supersedes a recommendation. So therefore, waiting government have to do is waiting, and then at the constitution, not waiting, then sign. So my question are, waiting at the strength of this recommendation, and what is the strength of these moral guarantors? Waiting at the implementation
so
strength.
Government may know say we get a constitution, but them agree for sign the recommendation as well, which means that them by all possible means they for implement those recommendations.
So here is the situation
along the way.
So here is the situation. So waiting go for be the message, or who stand they go for take now. If they don't find out say government implement the recommendation I will not make. And now they don't go ahead, they don't do appointments in as much as a constitutional review may be on. They went ahead to appoint a new ECSL chairman, where they may not say them for abide to the recommendation, we will agree on. So what will be their strength? What will be the next step? If they don't know now, because no say if again, we all don't know so don't happen. And government is saying 90% of the recommendation, they don't implement them. So they have a work now to look whether now so it be or not to so it be.
I think the government has shown itself to be very inconsistent. Very. I use the word very. Shows how seriously inconsistent they are. This is a government where they implement agreements for national unity and tripartite and don't say they don't do 80%. But this is a government that is telling you again that, we are not compelled by some of the officials. So it shows inconsistency. One, because the government not been politically sincerely committed to the agreement. Now that's one, make them not carry the agreement going to parliament. Two, areas that no say where they feel say not suit them, then they'll rush go ahead and beat gun on the process. It exposes the government, and then I want to see what will be the position of
so before implementing, therefore don't go with the agreements at parliament.
That's the blueprint. Yes. It took the Lome Peace Accord, and I think even the other agreement to parliament.
So the opposition not be see that this.
We don't talk this from long. I don't know if they were overwhelmed, but then they can talk for themselves because I don't see
because
any
it was
reason why
their
you tell
duty.
them a parliament
Then duty me for
raise
them up,
issue
and even
up
take them to parliament.
to parliament.
Urge the government to take them to parliament.
Absolutely.
Because now people they describe as a gentleman's agreement. An agreement where me and you two sign, we describe as a gentleman's agreement. People say book and say a gentleman's agreement. When president right, president get the constitution, president to go by. But the constitution was there when they agreed to abide to the recommendation of the party.
And just to show the inconsistency of the SLPP, and I guess that's why President Bio not signed the agreement. He used a proxy or a surrogate. Because if President Bio don't sign now, automatically by law as per the constitution of Sierra Leone, it becomes binding. Because the president get power for entering into agreements and treaties as per provisions in section 40 and in subsections. So I think, again, that shows the beauty of the SLPP inconsistency. They could have advised that, oh, Paradis, if you sign now, it go turn bona to go to Paris, so not sign.
Like they know what's in and they do.
It was quoting my good mentor, Dr. Abbas Bundu.
It be left to the APC for do the necessary.
The APC never did its homework very well, and I don't know why. But I mean, going back to my good mentor, Dr. Abbas Bundu, the SLPP seemed to have worked from answer to some. Like they treated NGC in that so-called power sharing agreement. Similarly, they treated the APC. So political class, they must be very careful when they go into agreement with the SLPP because they are not consistent. They are consistently inconsistent in some of these agreements.
Yes, and also, I mean, again, I look at this other thing again. We have these small guarantors are coming in as diplomats for Sierra Leone, mediate between government and the opposition. But here is another thing where I feel say we need for question. President Bio is the chairman of ECOWAS. And by extension, some of these agreements that are going, these accommodations where diplomats are coming to do with Sierra Leone. And I feel say he should be, if for them at the forefront for set the example, for say, I am leading by example. I am the chairman of ECOWAS. Because now here's the thing. Now, if the government grantors and they don't know now, say government not be consistent with the recommendations, if they have failed in one or two areas we do not recommend, what powers will they have over the ECOWAS chairman in country? You have to question that. What powers will they have?
I think your point is very much in place because
what power would they have?
Yeah, there was a decision by ECOWAS. Just to buttress your point, ECOWAS will decide after that incident, that attempted coup. Remember, there was a motion by heads of state of ECOWAS that they were supposed to send a standby or a response force.
Yeah, response force.
See, I don't ever comply. We never comply.
Okay.
We'll come to talk about compliance and ECOWAS and Sierra Leone, but it just shows that yes, the leadership, President Biosel forget something we can tell them because instead get the moral responsibility, although not in signature today, but the one that we go sign on in behalf. So instead President Bio, what will he be? I mean, I look forward to State House presser or an independent report on what the guarantors then tell President Bio. And waiting President Bio back tell them. I respond to some of these issues because he is the chief moral guarantor, though he never signed, but all waiting happen, they happen under in whims and caprice because he's the president, the founder-in-chief and commander-in-chief and all that. So, ISSF, I agree with you, man, 100%. Instead, get a moral question.
You get a moral question to answer. And also, waiting the message we, the moral guarantors, will go for tell the APC tomorrow, we'll go for whether they will have to go back to parliament for associate with government or they decide not to go at all.
So there are a lot of questions. Government as well.
See?
I think they will not just engage the APC without engaging.
Yes, I heard this morning.
They engage on the first phase. It's a phase thing. I think first day they engage with. I saw a picture with Chief Minister and APC Executive General. So I think they are going back and forth. It's my reading that they are using Nonga Yeri side, go the other side, and now they are coming now by Thursday to see how they will break the ice and or break the tie. And I think tomorrow's meeting is going to be very, very important.
Good one, because even down to the General Self mentioned
APC SLP not for the sleep tonight. And we the citizens also for the follow the process. Me get eyes inside the room. So I look forward for break some of what are gonna be the deal, if there's gonna be a deal, and put that into context. Because then people this is not really happy for the first time. For me, what's gonna be different this time around, and what's gonna be the safeguards for avoid another collapse 2 years to the next election. So this is quite an interesting look ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to forget his last bite on this one. You know, in this recommendation also, say they may also advise that all political prisoners, detainees, for being released. I don't know whether if that recommendation they still that if he still relates down to this day, if he relates down to this day, because
still have
when I don't know whether we still have, and
you're a very crafty journalist,
and because up to yesterday when the ground was there, we see what happened at the judiciary. So we want to know whether if that recommendation we then put inside the tripartite agreement, whether if that same agreement they run down to this day, or whether it had a short period of time.
You question. It will be leakage. If I answer that question, it will be leakage to APC or SLPP. And then I go encourage people and go read the agreement, and it gets specific conditionality as to before, during, and after. But go read the context. So, Mana, your question is much in place also. Again,
so you want for answer if we still get political prisoners?
First of all, understand what was the context in which political prisoners were used. It was a specific event. If you look at the agreement, before, during, and after that specific event. So it's my reading that if you commit anything outside that specific event,
you are not a political prisoner.
You are not going to be covered. No, you are not going to be covered. But the question we difficult for ask, is Zainab Sharif a political prisoner?
No, I'm not talking about Zainab Sharif.
We don't want to call name, but we don't get to the point of calling names, you know.
We will come to Zainab's topic.
See, that's the thing.
It is part of the topic.
Zainab Sharif a political prisoner.
We can't talk about
the context. We don't
deal with the issue.
No, we talk about it. These are just a snippet of what we go for talk about in the future.
Okay.
You know, we just want for the whether I'm a political prisoner because we didn't charge for waiting and then go to jail for and
we'll talk about it later. We save that topic there for the last. we deal with the where we get to do it. ECOWAS Judicial Council conference we set for take place in the country from the 20th to the 24th April. This meeting make up of high level delegation or 5-day event will bring together Chief Justice them, 12 Chief Justice, 15 judges and other judicial officials them across West Africa. The meeting where the Chief Justice for Salon will chair when Justice Combat Commander aim for strengthening judicial cooperation, promote rule of law, and also address key issues like judicial independence and administration of justice inside the ECOWAS region. And the conference, it is the first time, then they get na Salon. Who don't want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let me take this one. Yeah, so if we look at waiting the write-up from the judiciary, the communication wing from the judiciary, they mentioned say they will have about like 12 chief justice and 15 judges from across the ECOWAS region, which is very, very good. And according to the write-up again, one thing that caught my attention is that I will read this verbatim. It said the conference will feature deliberation on key issues affecting the judiciary in the region, including judicial independence and emerging challenges in the administration of justice. This is a test for see whether Sierra Leone, what Sierra Leone will learn from this conference or this summit where they will get, you know, about judicial independence. We want first to ask whether is our judiciary independent. That's the first question we want to ask whether we have an independent judiciary.
Why the question?
We all learn at school, and the one we studied at school under social study of government. So we have 3 arms of government. We have the executive, the legislative, and also we have the other one, you know, judiciary. So if you have all these 3 arms of government, and obviously the executive arm of government, they overshadow that of the legislative way the judiciary comes under. And so when it comes to appointment of Chief Justice and Attorney General, it is being done by the executive. So if you are talking about judicial independence, how Africa forget an independent judiciary, how this summit will care for deliberate on that particular issue. Because
talking about those appointments, how will they happen in other countries apart from West Africa?
That's for me. I have not made a shot on as to how that they happen in other countries. But I look forward to a situation we are in Sierra Leone. The legislative arm of government will come out. They will get a relationship with the executive arm of government. In the sense, the president will get power for appoint.
So that they affect the independence of the judiciary one way or the other?
One way or the other, it must affect, because if Nami appoints you, you cannot buy the finger that fits you. It's obvious. You cannot. So you got to be very careful, not for lost position. You got to be very careful for keep your peace within the government. Yes, you got to be very careful about that because you don't want to lose what you are enjoying. So if we get a situation we are in, we have an independent government, an independent arm of government. We are in the judiciary, the legislative arm will not get any influence with the executive, neither the executive will get any influence with the legislative arm of government. Then we go see say yes, at least we got a better Africa. So in that summit, I look forward to see waiting will be maybe the recommendations or maybe the step where they will take in addressing some of these issues, and also our challenges within the judiciary as well. We have
administration of justice,
administration of justice, other things. So we have all our challenges. So we want to see where which for the conference for see or for Yeri waiting could be the submission from the Chief Justice and how they try to tackle some of these challenges within the judiciary and how as a whole within the African region, the ECOWAS region, how they tackle some of these challenges because they're very important because when you have a justice, a good justice system, you don't pervert justice and at least they see a country they run smoothly. But when you start to pervert justice, it affects the growth of the country, developmental growth of the country.
Okay.
It's very difficult, you know.
Melvin, what do you take regarding this meeting?
Oh, it's great news for the optics, but I prefer to look more at the substance. And generally, for understand what's not the ECOWAS Judicial Council, like the oversight body, or not the body where they perform oversight on the operations of the community courts of justice. And that could be established under Article 15 of the ECOWAS Revised Treaty. So now a big thing, and for be chaired by a Sierra Leone Justice Combat Commander, I think that's also make them quite interesting. In fact, that's one of the reasons, because of when I reasons, one of the reasons behind the many reasons, one President Bio now being the chair, and now he's the head of that, and by default, I think he's used this leadership to bring the delegation to Sierra Leone or the institution to Sierra Leone. So for me, it's important. But I ask myself, what do we get for can show? What do we get for can boast stuff? And that goes to the question where I ask myself, how compliant has Sierra Leone been with the ECOWAS judiciary? Marion, you'll be shocked, family, when I listen to this. At the opening of a high-level bilateral meeting between the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice and Sierra Leonean authorities in February 2026, convened as part of activities marking the 50th anniversary of ECOWAS, President of the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice, Honorable Justice Ricardo C.M. Gonzalez, said 18 cases were brought forward against Sierra Leone since the court's establishment. 6 cases were dismissed. 1 judgment has been fully enforced, while 11 judgments remain unenforced, covering matters related to human rights, constitutional governance, and social justice. So what is this saying?
Issue of compliance.
We are not compliant. And if you are not compliant, what are you going to tell other justices of other 15 other countries when you yourself, according to what is written, now
so Salon not a good example.
We're not a good example. So in as much as we can host, we'll go for act to that for spend the couple, of course. But we message, what's not the legacy message where we convey, I think it's not good at all. And for me, also this brings light to light us to the state of our judiciary. All right? Interestingly and shockingly, Fambulem, I used to interestingly and shockingly, Fambulem, the Sierra Leone judiciary, according to the World Justice Project Rule of Law Index for 2026, is ranked 109 out of 143 countries. 109 out of 43. This marks an improvement from the previous year, where Sierra Leone ranked 110. The country's performance has been recognized as an exception to the global trend of declining rule of law, with a score increase of 1.4. I think if Commander, the Chief Justice, Honorable, has got something to talk, this should be one of his talking points. Okay. Because in West Africa, well, not many people can do their homework for them. They just need to do a comparative analysis as to where Sierra Leone stands in West Africa in tandem with this global world justice project and rule of law. So yes, from that front, looking at the time where, at December 16, let me appoint him as Chief Justice, and of course, recently they make him. He is elevated at the ECOWAS in tandem with. So for me, the key issues there are for where we have to face also critically. Now that the Chief Justice in SESEF, for like kind of the position, there were questions as to how the former Chief Justice Babatunde Edwards, whether ceremoniously or unceremoniously left the work. But that is not the case on succession only. The current Chief Justice stand accused publicly by no less a person but Justice Alan B. Alloway of gross constitutional breaches and human rights violations.
And that case is still on, right?
Yes, subjected to investigation. And another one again, as recent as in fact,
the law school.
I'll always say the Chief Justice for resign and face potential removal of it. This is an attack on the Chief Justice, the highest, second or third most powerful office in the country. Then you get the recent one by Dr. Abubakar, when the director of law school, where accused directly, say the Chief Justice not get right for sign conveyance. They go sign conveyance for law school. We've not seen that. That matter is now under investigation. But wait till I ask where I see the government. First, let me thank the government for subjecting that matter under investigation. However, the statements where I read from government are not clear as to whether the other persons also in the trading of these accusations back and forth, themselves get involved. On Dr. Bangura no more.
So you are indirectly saying that the Chief Justice is not the right person for chair this meeting? I'm asking a question.
The direct accusations they are against them and the way are them pending in nature, they are so egregious. Them bookman and go say fearful. And for let you come with other Chief Justices then where they come out from countries their way, even if they get scandals, they are not so much in public domain. I mean, it's serious. We are talking about the Chief Justice where they preside over a divided bar association. Those are not good domestic stories to tell about the state of judiciary or the justice system in Sierra Leone. So for me, yes, this is a Chief Justice who presides over the immediate suspension of Justice Mamoja Stephen, but the secret and Kukuju Mukuru statement. He did very well. The Chief Justice did very well in subjecting the matter to the Judicial and Legal Service Commission.
But what are you ready for?
I not ever see any documents where they say, "Oh, it has pleased the Chief Justice after the investigation by the Judicial."
So
and
against the time.
But the man not begin work.
Okay.
So it was suspended publicly, but reinstated privately. This is the Chief Justice that we are having. So, in as much as he's a young man, I think he's done best based on the global indices and progress we've made. But the skeletons in his closet, I would love to listen his message, because he's a Chief Justice presiding over a judiciary where political party they need moral guarantors for camp because they say the election is rigged. This is a judiciary that never investigated electoral fraud or alleged fraud on the grounds that it was not brought to it.
Okay.
Even when other people attempt to make prayers outside of it. So there are a lot of issues na the closet of the office, not necessarily maybe the personality don't cut up, and this is no direct or personality attack. I get so much believing in brilliance, but the fact remains that the facts are speaking to the truth that he has got a lot of soul searching to do as to his personal leadership in the judiciary and the issues that are abounding and are coming public directly against him or against the judiciary. I think there is more need for openness, transparency. This is a judiciary we see, then it's getting junior lawyer enough to speak on some certain issues.
On social media.
Which is a fundamental right. Imagine. Imagine lawyers are being gagged not to speak. This is a judiciary in which we are told that, according to Dr. Bangura, he was allegedly incensed, he been vexed because Boku lawyer then go support, then go file representation for Lance and Adumbuya. It's a Olma be lawyer, allegedly by Dr. Bangura. So all of these things, na question the way domestically get for answer, we need for answer. We are one for waiting in statements to other Chief Justices across the region.
Yeah, money.
Yes, so what Melvin says that they are in place, and I feel say the Chief Justice gets a lot of things for make rectify within the judiciary. You know, one of the burning issues now, the one we President Bio just make take up the investigation, the law school issue is very serious, and also for us to have a divided law school bar association. That's the one thing we, for me, I feel say it's an embarrassment to us, to the legal sector. For you forget two bar association. So I don't know which one he get allegiance to, which one he not get allegiance to. So And so the message we get for key, the
picture they don't tell you so I get allegiance to. Picture of the eye.
So now one.
Hey, go watch that Google number in this picture.
So one was no side guy.
We see that people go greet her. We see that they go greet her.
They go greet her, but is it proper? Is it really proper? You know, you know, Kumbra, you cannot just discard one and take one. You know, if you go for say you can bridge the two for become one. You have that's what you for do. So a message go for send a very strong one for see whether Sierra Leone judiciary is being reformed or is reforming under administration or whether we are still creeping.
Is it possible that the ECOWAS Judicial Council not aware of most of those issues where they happen now with legal sector?
How will they not aware? We are.
This is diplomacy. Diplomacy, yes, I know is about put you mouth. You know, if not, you will be accused of being. It's called meddling in a domestic affairs of another country. Okay. So there are limitations. But apparently, definitely, for me, as the Chief Justice is a young man, by the way, I understand. I talk to so many people.
All of those examples, Salon Judiciary, not a good example. With all the instances
well, because of the position, not an elective position, now negotiational position, a ceremonial position. Because in an electoral position, you have a campaign, which you have a campaign with. But these are just, I mean, but again, I understand talking to people in at the bar and the bench that there is a challenge. You know, that law profession, the age matter. So I suspect that probably some people get problem with the Chief Justice because of maybe they look and say a young man. But even at that, my advice to him is when you are young, you get to be careful because you get a long way for go. Okay. That is one of the most powerful offices in the land. And,
okay.
You know,
and one of the disadvantages of you becoming a
tomorrow Bamba, you know the day again. We don't see people in London at the office, then by the end of the day.
They are nowhere.
And when you're young, now me they say, when we young, so we'll get position of go for 10. Because you go day today, tomorrow you know the day, and waiting will come where you know the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you know, as I said, that position, they now one thing way the moment you don't go inside it, and when you come out today, you will never go back again to the bench. So now still way you get for left legacy for people for remember you. And such position where you come out the international community, good legacy, not just any kind of legacy, good legacy. And where people go for remember you. And as sometimes when you are very fortunate in that position, after you left, when you turn or done, you can get some big international appointment because of waiting you don't live. But if you are going to leave a bad legacy, maybe you not take that you go to Walloon House after your appointment, and that will not foresee.
Yeah. Want foresee especially when it's a legacy that's under a regime that is already moves for remove a Supreme Court judge.
A Supreme Court judge where
that would be very I mean rare. I think that would be the second time in history for that happen. So as young people, we be careful.
Okay, before P calls, finally, after he spent 50 days in remand, Zainab Sharif don't be sentenced to 4 years, 2 months in prison. And women say Zainab Sharif will spend 4 years, 2 months now at the Female Correctional Center. In this case, since the sentence we read yesterday don't draw public attention and spark a lot of conversation around justice, due process, and freedom of expression at the country so far. And up to now, people are still asking questions as to why the statement term of Zainab Sharif for make a jail term of 4 years, 2 months, where other people don't make similar statements and nothing not come out of you know, a lot of people, including women group, Zainab Sharif organization with Duty Movement, and several other people, don't they ask questions and don't they say the judgment wasn't fair according to them own words. I will start with Melvin. Maybe we'll just spend a few seconds discussing this issue before we cut.
I happy see them surprised pa.
How?
I will quote witness in that statement. The APC notes with deep concern and unequivocal objection that on this very day, while discussions on justice, governance, and national reconciliation were underway, the sentencing of Zainab Sharif was carried out. The party viewed these developments as deeply troubling, politically charged, and profoundly ill-timed. This action represents a serious affront to the integrity of the state, contradicts the spirit of dialogue and good faith engagement, and undermines confidence in the ongoing mediation and reconciliation process. Such conduct sends a dangerous signal to both the people of Sierra Leone and the international community regarding the government's commitment to justice, fairness, and democratic accountability. The APC wishes to state in the strongest possible terms that it rejects both the handling and outcome of this matter and will be escalating its position through all appropriate national, regional, and international mechanisms. I ask myself, Marion, quote, end of quote, I ask myself, for say APC then supports within Zainab Sharif talk, that is the question for them.
Okay.
Because if you are saying you are condemning this, it's ill time, is the APC mounting a defense for Zainab Sharif? That is the first question. Then the second question, is Zainab Sharif the latest political prisoner in Sierra Leone? I think at the heart of this conversation is the limitation to what political speech is. The talk with the way Zainab Sharif talk. It not go beyond the limits of political speech. So for me, the court has ruled, and I think, I don't know if in lawyer then get for apply. I mean, at some point, I think he represents himself.
Yes, he represents it and not feel saying they appeal when it comes to magistrate matter.
I think, I don't know what's going to be their last resort, but certainly, for me, yes, because one of the counts they talk about threatening message. I ask myself, what's different when it comes to threatening message between Zainab Sharif and Kadigu Kakai?
Yeah.
Okay. We talk about not only a tactics of war, but a strategy of war. Talking about how much money he gets and who's for go begin the war.
And how determined he is.
Emphatically.
Yeah.
So if that two counts of that one count for where they go for 2 years, Zainab they go for her. I think what is good for the goose must be good for the gander.
The argument that he apologized whilst Zainab Sharif proved for be adamant.
Showing remorse is one thing, but the issue that is a secondary. The primary argument there was that not a violation of this same law. All right, in counter attitude is a secondary. Hey, you're not gonna do bad, you will make sorry. It's what they're going to call crocodile tears.
Yes.
Can we ascertain that whether that was indeed coming from a position of regret or remorse? That is not the case. The case is like within Zainab Sharif talked about killing people. I mean, she might have got some reason and logic. I agree that people it's not part of the conversation as to how should we treat people when they found wanting of electoral fraud or how this institution should be taken care of. But to suggest killing, atrocities, I don't think me go support that.
Okay.
Yes, she is a politician, she has a right to shape political opinions, but even when you look at the European and even the UN Charter on political freedom and the African Charter on political freedom, it gives you rights and responsibility. See when they talk about other person in race, see when they talk about other person in tribe, see when they put other person in life and properties at risk, you cannot use political speech as a justification.
So I don't know if the APC be paid a fine where PPRC fine the Secretary General and Zainab. And the question we are for asking that if APC paid a fine where the PPRC ask for, was it right as well for make government or whosoever take Zainab in case in a court, take an a court after paying the fine?
I'm sure that was supposed to have been argued. The aspect of double jeopardy. Now, lawyer them probably don't argue that case today. But again, let's not forget the comments made by the person in question before, at the Mammoth meeting, after. All right. For me, as a woman, listening to some of them comment, I think I would expect women's organization them probably don't call her out.
Well, we also get somebody in the country. We also don't make statements about mob justice openly on social media.
What another person?
Mob justice statements. We of course we read that statement. I think a few years ago talking about mob justice and for kill people and all of that. But you know, anybody say anything about that or even take such an issue to court?
I think the aspect you raised a very valid point on when the person was fined. They don't pay the PPRC fine. But if you look at the PPRC Act, the actions of PPRC not to last resort. You can take them another aspect.
Okay.
But I think again the court will make a ruling. But again, it's going to be a debate as to the limits of political and free speech. And certainly unfortunate. But I think as a nation, we go get political differences, but not to follow kill yourself. No, okay. It's better to cha than to war.
Emmanuel, quick one on this.
Yes. You know, when I look at Zainab Sharif in charges them, and I begin to ask myself, waiting really wetin you go sum up, wetin dey sum up for, or you go sum up, or you go summarize, or you go define, or how you go define something wey na incitement. And according to wetin I read yesterday from the court, now that the court defined incitement, and then say that the prosecutor they're able for fetting case, for able for define within incitement to the end that they're able for win the case. And also when it comes to charges, maybe they talk about say the one we charge, you go left with the lawyers and for define whether not the person we charge and this and that. But what the
no. My point is, them be get an opportunity for raise an argument on double jeopardy.
Jeopardy, yes. So what the magistrate say yesterday now that she was charged by the IG. It's the IG and versus. Okay. So not to actually, so you're not going to find out whether the person that he said yesterday. But in my opinion, in all this one, so I feel say this could have been a test of democracy again, and also this could have been a test of free speech in democracy. This is a government where come and they try for decriminalize speeches, offensive speeches. They say now we have free speech and this and that. And so if Zainab Sheikh made that kind of comments, yes, about killing, nobody's going to say what she said for kill people, family, this, kill people, this, rights, nobody knows for backup. But as I say, this could have been a test of government for see how determined we are to say that free speech actor who don't sign, they could just allow them, make it let's go. Because if you are doing this, it's like you are silencing voices that are hitting on.
How about the issues where some CSOs don't raise about selective justice as well?
Yes, it's another one. We will come to that when it comes to that selective justice, because if you're looking at if we get free speech and they begin to hold people again for talk, allow people for talk, so long as they don't go beyond, because they have a responsibility as well for keep, and as much as you get free speech, you get for no waiting you to talk. That's one. But again, as I say, it could have been a test of democracy. It could have been a test of free speech in a democratic state like Sierra Leone. Now, selective justice again when it comes to that. If you want to analyze what Zainab Sherif say and Kadri Kakai say, if even people will not sabi logos, come one for saying they will be scared. If one person, the person talk this one, they will be scared more than what Zainab Sherif is saying. That's what people will say. And now, what again the public will say again when it comes to the judicial system again. If you hear the outburst yesterday in a court, what people them they say about the judiciary, this and that. Okay. It's also a test of time as well. Mind a few minutes ago we talk about the ECOWAS and judicial team will come. It's another test of time. You having Zainab Sherif being sent to prison for 4 years for a statement where he make. But we also have somebody who make statements say he go bring work on a salon if you not get hold salon in 2028 or not get presidency in 2028, and he's determined he have about $3.5 million we don't check, and you say the person apologize. Oh no, I think something should have been done about it. So if you do this to one person to A, you should do the same thing to B.
Yes. I think Zainab for the nine cell now, jail cell they reflect as to whether you want to do any apology. Because if apology is not the excuse, I go say Zainab, you officially write apology, say you don't regret your actions, and let me see.
It's not late to make apology.
It's not never too late. The president gets called the prerogative of mercy. He can grant clemency. Able if LSC get pardon.
Okay.
For more than
yes, we got a first caller on the phone. Good morning. Your name and where you call from? Hello. Your name and where you call from?
Lamin Samoa Koyaso.
Okay, go ahead, Lamin.
I want to believe Zainab Sherif, in case he gets at least 80% for do with politics. Because people asking whether they're ready for fine APC. And they say because Zainab Sherif, now APC party, it belong. So now based on that, they find Zainab Sherif for APC. So then they clearly in a politics that they will. And then the one that we go doubt or where they cast a passion Sheka Steven, the way we handle this country, for see how SL people they run this country. Now, so they run this country under the Magai era, and unfortunately, President Sheki get the power, and he do see the way with now in regime now people in the hype.
Thank you.
And forget about what SLPP do. Exactly what they plan to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
079994993 the number for calls. Call and make your contribution regarding the issues we don't discuss so far. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name outside the call from.
Name is Suleiman at the call from Pikes.
Okay.
Oda melo me Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide in a mission. Now anyway. But I want to ask, them people you will get for come, or if they don't come. Now would I call them na the APC or na the ruling party, or would I be called the force of mediation between the two, the system and the opposition? And the other thing was arrested justice. I let the profession. I let the people that were in them. But the way how then they work and not respect them known because law now between you and you. The law itself says not to you enforcing, but I think then the option themselves to the system or to politician are temporary post 5 years or 10 years.
Okay,
after that, then you go left with your profession.
Thank you,
Suleiman.
Suleiman.
What you said? Thank you.
Yes, 079994993 call and make your contribution regarding the issues so far. Hello, your name outside the call from.
This now could see the call from Waterloo.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Melvin, I think what I support Melvin. I don't know APC. I see the Secretary General, the Secretary General of APC. What is happening? Almost of all lawyers, more than 100 lawyers there. And then they say now I listen to actually this money. APC. Then they say Zanab na APC. Possibly they didn't, but they say Zanab na APC. Why they for left and now? Now they left and now on himself now. We don't say some APC lawyers they go appear, but they not be appear like it's not APC they go appear for. But now in the confirmation they say Zanab na APC. So look the comments where they make maybe the media just know where they then put to international community say that they try to make peace. Look say Zanab Bangwa. So why do not stand like they stand for the Secretary General number one? So I believe say MLB. I think say this 1936 where APC began. I think say MLB the talker. I say look like I say SLPP then go 101 because what you know they behave like how APC behave before people they say APC get 1930s. I think say they look change.
Thank you.
They take now. That was for the country. That was.
Okay, thank you.
That was.
079994993. Call and make your contribution. More we stick to 1 minute talk time because we want to take as much calls as possible. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm season in the call. Zainab in issue now 2 statements that we make where I see anybody self reflection on it. Zainab say you know ever regret that talk the way talk. Then 2. He say if APC pay for him, he go find APC in a court. So all thing in the way he do, make the if he may regret just like way Melvin they talk. If he may there and how long and they don't regret and say okay I'm sorry, therefore don't let him. But that woman still the boss the tower. So if the Lord they do it, they do it. This and lesson for other people. Thank you.
Okay, 079994993. We'll pick for few more calls. And we wrap up. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Yes, hello.
Yes, your name outside the call from.
I call from Temeta.
Okay.
This matter, we're not going for talk because they don't do the sentence job. But
come on here, you read your set or TV, please.
Hello.
Yes.
I say they don't do the pass the judgment done because they don't sentence her. What you mean they try for say? Let it be a political play between the APC and the SLPP. Anybody can use word. Watch you not chap person, watch you not kill. Word na word. You can just talk and no more. You know mean say na anything way somebody can plan. Watch you not do one. You don't see? So now that's how they try for say.
Okay.
The best thing therefore do let it be a fair play. Let them free them.
Okay.
At that time I will plead for them. Let them free them.
Okay.
Because politics way candidates know all the cost themselves. They will come back now home them will sit down. Me na that miss you.
Thank you. 3 more calls. 994-993. Do you want a natural tea that refreshes your body? Looking for something healthy and gentle on digestion? Want a tea that keeps you feeling fresh all day? ROT is your answer. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it's healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there is always more to enjoy and share. ROT, natural freshness in every sip. Brought to you by Karel. Good morning.
Yeah, this is for Melvin.
Yes.
Melvin, inside the tripartite agreement, is there not a clause where saying for free all political prisoners not for the? Because Zainab now a politician, he belongs to a party. So if the owner now political prisoner, confirm for me.
Okay, 2 more calls, 079-994-993. Just 2 more calls and we wrap up. Hello, your name also you call from?
No,
go ahead.
Very important question I want to ask. Nobody know answer now. I don't answer. Is Sierra Leone judiciary independent? For me, I will say no, because the two parties, APC and SLTP, don't politicize that noble institution. We need an urgent judicial review in this country, because without no justice, there is no peace. And waiting we could get 2 organs on the same judiciary.
Okay. 1 more call, 079-994-993. Just 1 more and we wrap up. Your name also you call from?
Yeah, I call from Kamayama.
Okay.
Well, this is very unfortunate APC press release, because the secretary talks Zainab not to APC. I don't know why they put the press release. It's like they talk on behalf of Zainab. So it's very ridiculous. I mean, your contribution.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not thinking that that's APCC. But anyways, we'll wrap up now. We'll start with Melvin as a way of wrapping up.
Thank you very much.
Just in a few seconds.
All right. The person will talk about the agreement, and which is talk about detain or resolution 4 of the agreement covers the release of people arrested or detained for alleged election-related activities and civil protests, as well as determination of politically motivated cases. So it's going to be argued by the SLP, and I make deliberately number one for answer this. Whether if to argue that Zainab is covered, it will be a subject of argument, because yes, somebody would say in argument or in statement bearing on the 2023 elections that was disputed. However, the nature and the context of the agreement stipulated that the release will be contingent upon them people and they will get a rule around that 2023 election. So it takes somebody for government to say, well, what is Zainab can talk so based on the lapsing of time and not covered. But that is an argument. So to that question, I think it's a valid question as to the nitty-gritty, but rather than the way I'm not say very much they go to look into all of those things then they so many things. Thanks so much to the people that we call and comment and we listen. I think say yes, it's not over yet. With efforts and sincere efforts are going to highlight. Yes, it's possible that the president can show sorryat and sorry for him, but in life, certain things it get to do with your attitude and your position on things we consider as mistake or not mistake. So I think Zainab herself and people have to talk to her for like consider as to what you think on in actions and in statements, whether he want for continue for all them.
Okay.
Again, Suleiman, your question very pertinent. Would I invite the mission for camp? Now government, now APC, or not then come for themselves. I think say the National Peace and Cohesion Commission for can tell we more, but it's they were duty bound for follow up. Yeah. But why not wait until the collapse? So your question is much in place, and I think say it's been an interesting show from Bruno.
Thank you so much, Mane.
Yes, I want to say thank you to the callers. Them, always we appreciate their call and their contributions. Always valid. Everybody entitled to your views, your opinions, when they make. We just want to see. Just want to say that tomorrow for me, I anticipate which could be the message from the moral guarantors as they get to meet with the government, the opposition, and also other parties. Them. So we want to see, yes, we really want to get the message because it could either make or break the APC.
No, say this meeting FOB.
Well, we don't know yet.
And expect Ministry of Information for them
the details
on
we don't know yet.
Or the independent commission.
But it go either make APC return to governance or not return to governance, and that will affect them, or we go for make them. So it's all left with waiting, and we go for say how they go for mediate between them, everything that we go for tell government, how government doing, whether they don't implement the recommendations and what have you. All that one we want for hearing from them tomorrow. One for say waiting could be the statement we they will make till tomorrow anything.
I hope they're not this Moragans are not going to return like JD Vance in visit na Pakistan on the Iran war. No deal.
Anyways,
we hope for a deal.
No deal. Gentlemen, Melvin Tijen Mansare and James Kamara Mane. Thanks to everybody again. We make the show possible. DJ Wonder give it technical support in the studio. Abubakar Bendu and Soisi say make una civil live on Facebook and YouTube. The producers of the show na Fatma Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. Executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, we will go join you again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. Marion, Precious, George. They say, do have a beautiful day and tata.